crazy about them either. I also don't like Tuesdays, Wednesdays, or Thursdays.
Are you ready to go?
I'm warning you, I'm seriously stressed out here.
You always drink like this so early in the morning?
Isn't it a bit early in the day for the bottle? Even for you?
Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
Make the radio call.
It's time to get up.
It's time to hear that pop.
This tape will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
We are go for launch.
It's not roll time, it's showtime. Are you guys ready?
Red Wolf Roll Call Radio.
God, here we go again.
Why don't you go find a corner to hide it? I'll get to you later. I don't want to have to deal with you now.
Houston, we have a problem.
So crazy someplace else. We're all stocked up here.
Go ahead. Make my day.
There's something screwy around here.
It's getting bigger by the minute.
Pleasure overload.
You should never be allowed to talk to people.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, that dang old internet, man, you just go on there and point and click, get in there, talk about www.com, you got them naked chicks on there, man. You go click, 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 click. It's real easy, man.
Hey, how you doing?
Never fall in love with a musician.
Damn, that boy can sing.
Must be crazy.
That boy's good.
Good and terrible.
The following program contains material not suitable for children, adults, or childish adults.
It's showtime, folks.
Red Wolf Roll Call Radio.
Good morning and welcome to Red Wolf Roll Call Radio. We're fueled by Flash Market. JC, Uncle Walls coming to you live from the Medic One Studios on this lovely and glorious Motown Monday. I hope everybody stays dry today and stays safe. Better than the dust storm yesterday, which was strange, something from a movie.
I'm still digging grit out of my eyes.
And that's not even from the dust storm. But anyway, it is Monday, folks. We'll try to trudge our way through this thing together. I know how much everybody loves Monday. And that's total sarcasm because I've never really been a fan of a Monday, and I've always asked the question, if we skipped Monday and started on Tuesday, would Tuesday become Monday? Mm-hmm. Probably would. Yep. It probably would. So let's just get through it and put it in the old rear view mirror, and then we don't have to F with it the rest of the week.
Just have Tuesday and Friday.
And for those of you who are wondering what F means, that means fool with it.
Yeah. Get
your minds out of the gutter, folks. Our back in action hotline, 870-330-0927. Superior Lawn Service text line, 870-372-RWRC. That's 7972. Our delicious streaming audio and video delivered to you each and every day by the great folks at Jonesboro Total Health, home of the healthy heat and eat meals, right there next to Slim Chickens on Red Wolf Boulevard. 1312 Red Wolf Boulevard. Go on in there. Check out what they got to offer today. Always putting together new meals and new recipes, freshly cooked daily. That's Jonesboro Total Health. We'll get into our hot topic of the day, brought to you by Drop Zone Tactical Laser Tag, Highway 49B in Brooklyn. It's not your mother's laser tag, but we got plenty to talk about from over the weekend. We've got the Masters. Yes, Jordan Spieth is probably going to sleep in today, and it's probably going to kick Monday right in the face. Wow. That was quite a bit of a collapse there, but we'll talk about that. The Golden State Warriors tie the 95-96 Bulls with their 72nd win on the road in San Antonio. We'll talk a little bit about that. Obviously, word came down on Friday about the NCAA ruling against satellite camps. We'll talk a little bit about that today. A-State baseball drops 3 in a row on the road at South Al. We're going to take a look at the Sun Belt standings and talk a little baseball today as well. And we'll talk MLB as both the Cubs and the Cardinals get their home openers underway today, finally.
Maybe.
Well, maybe in your case. As far as I know, it's a go in the Chi tonight. I know it's raining up in St. Louis right now because, well, it's been raining here. So, anyway. But before we do all that, Walsh.
Let's speak of the weather. Let's look at your game day forecast brought to you by Clayton Outdoor Services. Okay, it's going to be a high of 65 today, low tonight of 45. Rain and thunderstorms really all day long. Just kind of looking at National Weather Service radar out of Little Rock right now. band of showers really across central part of Arkansas. Now, according to Chief Meteorologist Ryan Vaughn, most of the heavy stuff, the severe stuff, should stay to the south of us. But still, keep your eyes and ears open because we might have a few severe storms later on this afternoon. Tomorrow and Wednesday looks great, Joel. Partly cloudy in the mid-60s. Great for tomorrow night at the time where the baseball hosts SEMO, 6 o'clock first pitch for that. And then this weekend, Thursday through Sunday, in the 70s, high 70s by the weekend, and sunny for the Troy series this weekend. So baseball weather looks good this week. After today, no more rain in the forecast for a while, so that's a good thing. Get year-round service and payment options, and you are looking perfect. Call Scott today. His number is 761-3133. Yeah, you talked about the baseball and, like I said, the spring game. Also, the this week's spring game, and they're still looking for some more celebrity coaches to fill those spots, and we'll talk a bit more about that. Got some track news for ASU. Horrible news out of New Orleans. Will Smith, and we'll talk a little bit about that story. That's a horrible story, what happened there. And kind of, teasing by the numbers today, talk about the Masters. It reminds me of Ken Venturi. He won the 1961 U.S. Open, and for many years he was on the CBS broadcast with Pat Summerall and Jim Nantz. And I remember one thing Ken Venturi always says, he said about the leaderboard. He said, especially when you're at the top of the leaderboard, he said, you just don't understand the weight that is on you when you're at the top of the leaderboard on a Sunday afternoon of any golf tournament, but especially in one of the, the 4 majors. But he said it's even more pressing at the Sunday afternoon at the Masters. And we'll talk a little bit about that. Ken Venturi will be part of our By the Numbers today. Also, famous names in baseball lore. Joel, is your favorite part. Today, Cardona.
That seems monotonous.
Well, growing up in this neighborhood, they call him C-Square.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
But you might know him as Onyx Concepcion.
Yes.
Played for the Kansas City Royals and then the Pittsburgh Pirates. On this date in 1987, he said, no mas. He just walked away.
Yeah?
He said, I'm tired of it. Of course, he batted, 239 and had like 8 home runs in his career. But anyway, he also was a part of that 1985 World Series, which never happened.
Oh, it happened.
No, but he scored the game-tying run in the bottom of the 9th of Game 6 on a single by Dane Org, and also drove in Jim Sundberg to win the game. So, okay. That's all I'm going to say about it. So let's get started. Your first segment of today's show is brought to you by Jonesboro Tractor Sales, right there on the corner of Stadium Boulevard and Harrisburg Road. Get by there today. They got a lot of great specials going on right now. And yes, it is mowing season. It's also tiller season. A lot of folks getting their gardens ready. Well, if you want to get a new one, this is the place to go. Jonesboro Tractor Sales, right there on the corner of Stadium and Harrisburg Road.
Yes, absolutely. Been in business since 1969, and Wilma Grissom and the family have owned it since 1981. And you're looking for hometown? Well, it gets no more hometown than Jonesboro Tractor Sales. So let's talk about the Masters.
Yes.
It's one of the golf tournaments in a year's time that I really pay attention to. Mm-hmm. And, of course, we had our poll question, Jordan Spieth or the field, and huge amount of folks took the field, and, did they luck out?
I took the field.
They lucked out. Well, and, yes, without a collapse, you guys all were wrong.
Well, I will say this. Greg Norman's probably going like, thank God, now on, nobody will refer to me ever again, because we always said, after playing golf, now don't pull a Norman. Now it's going to be don't pull a Spieth. Because, I saw that yesterday, and I said, you got to be kidding me. And then there at the 12th, I'm in a routine shot, and he puts it back in the water. I just, oh, my gosh. I said, I cannot believe this is happening.
Well, and again, he dominated the field all the way up to that point. He was, at one point in time up 5 strokes to down 3.
Well, and I kind of walked away from it for a little bit, and then I noticed our man Blake Gwynn tweeted. He said he's one stroke ahead. I went, what? And went back in. I started watching it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this cannot be going on here.
Yeah, it's unreal. You know, it's unreal to watch it unfold. You know, he was even up 6 at one point, and just to watch it just fall apart. That quadruple bogey on 12. I was like, it immediately made me think of the great Kevin Costner, you know, ball, and I was like, no, stop,
Roy,
but,
you got your last ball, Roy.
Oh man, it was tough, but it'll be interesting to see how he rebounds from it. Obviously, he'll have to get right back at it. And, you know, he's already, I think the Open's next, right? Coming up. And he's the favorite.
Yeah.
He's already the favorite.
Well, and, you know, and they referred to Rory McIlroy in 2011. Roy's, you know, he just melted away. But then he came back, you know, the next major and won it handedly.
Yeah. It was tough to watch. It was tough to watch because he was, you know, again, he was dominating again. I mean, wire to wire.
Yeah.
And just to watch that whole happen was pretty unbelievable.
Well, and there again, going back what Ken Venturi says, the weight of being on top of the leaderboard sometimes is so overwhelming. And maybe he started thinking too much. I don't know.
Yeah.
But some routine shots that he should have made. And that's what always just made Tiger remarkable to me is because when you're on the back nine on Sunday at the Masters, you know, you sit there and they'll say, you know, he's just playing not to lose. Well, you got to go out and play your game. But Tiger would go out there and hit shots that most golfers would be like, okay, I'm going to lay up. I'm going to be conservative here. But Tiger would go out to hit shots and it just would blow your mind. It's like, man, he's got a set on him to pull that shot off.
Well, the thing to remember about Spieth is he's 22 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a lot of golf in front of him. And, you know, again, I think it's all in how he handles this. Does he handle it the right way and make it motivate him? Or does he kind of go into a cocoon? I just don't see that happening. I just don't. I mean, yeah, was it a big-time collapse? Sure it was. But he still walked away with a lot of cash.
Oh, yeah.
And, I mean, you know, he's had, when you look at the last 12 months, they've been really good to him.
Well, and probably the only thing that just really ticked him off yesterday is that, you know, he had to put the green jacket.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't imagine.
Yeah.
Now, I couldn't imagine as being the defending champ.
Yes, this is mine again.
You just salted it away, and you got to put it on the guy.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh.
I would just put it on the end of the chairs here. You put it on yourself.
Yeah, I would probably run and use the facilities first and borrow that green jacket and then put it on him. I would be a sore loser. There's no doubt. There's no doubt about it. But anyway, all right, let's head to the Back in Action hotline. Let's talk to our man, Zach. What up, Zach?
What's going down, wild man?
Oh, man, just, you know, I guess maybe my Monday's a little better than Jordan Spieth's, but his bank account's a hell of a lot better than all of ours.
Oh, yeah. I already had a meltdown there in the 9th hole, was it?
12th.
What's that?
It was the 12th hole.
The back nine.
Okay, I got you.
Back nine wasn't good for him.
Yeah, well, I picked him to win it all, you know, to repeat, but it didn't work out that way. What's up, Uncle Walls?
Oh, it's a Monday. Just ready we got a busy week. Got baseball tomorrow night, baseball this weekend, of course. Then the big spring game, the finale this Friday at the Vault.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know what? It's definitely a Monday. I went to Trim Gym yesterday and took my 16-year-old nephew with me. He plays soccer and tennis at Brooklyn, and he's wanting to start working out and lifting weights and getting stronger for both of those sports. And tell you guys, swam a few laps in the indoor pool. I tell you, I've got a severe case of swimmer's ear right now. It's making my life hell on earth.
Oh, it's painful. I've had it. I've had it. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah.
Hey, Zach, this is how you cure it, Zach. Okay, this is Uncle Wall's cure for swimmer's ear. Go find you a 2x4 and just slam it against your shin as hard as you can.
take my mind off the year, huh?
Yes.
I'm worried about my shin then.
Yeah.
That's an old Uncle Wall's remedy, huh?
Yes, it works every time.
Well, we'll see what happens there, man. Anyhow, I guess you both saw where the Warriors have tied the 96 Bulls.
Yes.
With 72 wins.
Yep.
What do you take away from that? I mean, they didn't play Duncan and DL, but they had their best players in there. They had Leonard and Aldridge, and I don't know if anybody can beat the Warriors in a 7-game series. I mean, if anyone can, it's the Spurs, but they went there to beat San Antonio by 6 at San Antonio, and Spurs haven't lost there since March of last year. So that's, they got 3 out of 4 wins this year in the regular season.
To me, the bottom line is that's great. 72 games, 73 games, okay. But unless you win the whole thing, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's almost like the Patriots back in 07. They had that perfect season, and then the Giants beat them.
Yep.
But I tell you, they're on a tear. I mean, I don't know, guys. I don't see anybody. I was optimistic early on. When they lost to the T-Wolves, of course, last week, I got to thinking, you know what, this team's not indestructible and unbeatable. But as long as Steph Curry's going and Klay Thompson and Green, that core group right there, even the Spurs, I tell you, I don't know. Everything's going to have to be clicking on all cylinders for the Spurs to beat them the way they look right now. I got to give them the props, and I'm not jumping on the Warriors bandwagon. I'm not a Warriors fan. I will make that very clear. But I don't know. What do you think, Joel?
Well, actually, our hot topic today, I've put it out on social media, but we haven't mentioned it yet on the show. But our Drop Zone Tactical Laser Tag hot topic of the day is, if your life depended on it, you got the Warriors or the field for the NBA championship?
I'll take the field.
You know what? I'm going to take the Warriors, guys. I hate to say it, but yeah, I'm going to take the Warriors. The way they look right now, I hope I'm wrong. But I'll say this much. This season here is shaping up to be a lot like the 96 Bulls. Curry's probably a lock for the MVP. I think that's safe to say, wouldn't y'all?
Yeah,
think so?
I would say so.
Okay, Jordan won the MVP that year. Curry's probably going to go out and win the scoring title also. Jordan won the scoring title that same year. They both won 72 games, possibly 73 for the Warriors. And, if the Warriors go out and win the NBA title, this will be almost a mirror image of what the Bulls did in 95-96. Wouldn't you say so?
Bigger difference is the Chicago Bulls were a much better defensive team than this Golden State Warriors team is, and that's the whole thing that is going to be interesting as they go into the playoffs and play these series against each other. I just think that defensively they can be tested. And so I think I want to see how they handle the playoffs. I mean, I said last week that the Warriors won't repeat, and so I'm sticking with that today. So I'll be taking the field myself personally.
Yeah, I got you, man. I hate to jump on. Like I said, I'm not jumping on the bandwagon, but I hate to be a non-believer. I want to see Tim Duncan and Greg Popovich get their 6th ring and tie the Bulls of the '90s. For. You know what I mean?
Let me give you. I'm gonna give you an interesting stat. Okay, Zach. I want to give you an interesting stat. All right. And I was looking at this. Last night. And okay, you've got 15 teams in the Eastern Conference. All right. 15 in the Eastern Conference. You want to know how many teams in the Eastern Conference give up more points a game than the Golden State Warriors?
How many?
3.
Really?
Only 3 teams in the Eastern Conference give up more points than that of the Golden State Warriors.
That goes to show you, their defense is much to be desired.
And so what that tells you is, in a series, I don't care what anybody says, defense still wins championships. They're not going to be able to outscore everybody. They're just not.
Right.
And once you get into a series, you're not going to be able to beat everybody 125, 122. I'm telling you right now, I think there's a lot to be said for the fact that they give up 104 points a game. And when you get into the playoffs, you're going to be playing playoff teams. You're not going to be playing, teams that are sitting at home. You're going to be playing playoff quality teams, game in, game out in a series. and you're giving up 104 points a game, I'm telling you, it will catch up with them.
Yeah. You're right. And you would think, the Spurs the other night when they scored over 100, most of the time, guys, anytime the Spurs score over 100 points, they're usually going to win the ball game, Other night was one of the rare occasions when that happens, But, like I told you, they arrested Dial, who, he was a very crucial part of that team back in 2014 when they beat the Heat in the playoffs to win that fifth title. And, of course, Tim Duncan, the old fundamental. I think, though, Popovich still hasn't shown his full hand. I think he's still got a few tricks up his sleeve for the playoffs.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's such a long process, the NBA playoffs, and with these series like they are, I mean, it's fine. It's fine and dandy, and even if they do beat the Grizzlies and they pick up that 73rd win, more power to them. But I assure you, this time around, they're going into the playoffs with a gigantic target on their chest. And they barely survived beating Memphis in the grindhouse thanks to a couple no calls.
Barely.
I mean, a couple no calls that were huge at that moment that helped them pick up that 71st win. Well, I'm going to tell you, they struggled on the road against a Memphis team with D-League players on their roster. They're not going to be playing anybody like that in the playoffs. I'm telling you. And last night, I watched that game last night. They were tired as hell. And you're tired as hell in April? What are you going to be at the end of May and June?
Yeah, you're right about that, man. And, Kawhi Leonard had 20 points, but he didn't have a very good shooting night. And, Draymond Green did do a good job on Kawhi, but let me tell you, you got to guard Kawhi for a series, you're going to be very tired. I can promise you that. Let me ask y'all this question. You know how we've all talked in the past, we're real big on longevity. If a player has to do it for a certain amount of years, like I've always been a firm believer, do it for the long haul. Do it for 10 years. What the Warriors are doing here in this 2-year span, if they go out and win, say they go out and win another back-to-back title, the record falls, and Curry wins another MVP, and say he wins Finals MVP. Do y'all think this will be enough to catapult him into the top 50 greatest players of all time? And where would you put him on that list?
This early? I don't know. I don't know that I would. I want to see his full resume because we've seen maybe not guys to the extent of Steph Curry, but pretty close. I mean, okay, let me ask you a question. Let me give you an example of a guy that comes right to my mind when you say this. Tracy McGrady.
Yeah.
Would you put Tracy McGrady in the top 50 players of all time?
No, I wouldn't.
Was Tracy McGrady pretty damn fantastic early on?
Oh, yeah. He was putting up 25 to 30 points a game whenever he was in his prime.
Would you put him in the top 50?
I wouldn't, but I will say this, Joe.
That's my example.
The only difference is, Curry's got an MVP and they've won a title. I think Steph, for how many more years they do this, I don't know. If they continue to be a playoff team, if they don't win another championship and they, continue to be a playoff team for the next 5 years, I think he'll definitely be a top 50 player.
He shows no signs of slowing down. He shows no signs right now of slowing down. He looks really good, and if he continues this pace, yes, he will be in the top 50. There's no question about it. But we all know these things, and God rest his soul, injuries and things like that. I mean, Tracy McGrady started to break down, and so I'm just using him as an example because I remember how many people were going crazy over T-Mac, and next thing you know, I mean, he was just, he just kind of faded out. And so, he's won a championship, he's won an MVP, and then, and I just got a great text in, and it's another great example from my man G on the Superior Lawn Service text line. How about Steve Nash? He back-to-back MVPs. How about him? Would he be top 50?
I think he'd be right outside of it. Like I said, he never got to NBA final. I think him never making it to a finals or winning a ring, either one kind of knocks him out of the conversation. But I think he's right there borderline, Joel. I think Nash is right there borderline.
So I think we gotta let it play out. We gotta see how it goes. I mean, he's been really on the scene for 2 years, like as far as getting national coverage for 2 years now.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah,
I say let it play out. I think we try to do things like that too often. I think we try to promote people too soon, and sometimes it falls apart. But I think it'll be interesting to see. So anyway, my man. Well, don't let that swimmer's ear hold you down or Monday hold you down. I'm gonna
keep on trucking, man.
Keep on keeping on, my brother.
Yes, sir. Motown Monday.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. We get a little bit of Rocky IV, Apollo Creed coming to America.
I got you covered, my man.
You'll have a good one, guys.
All right, see you, buddy. Yeah, that's a good one. Although it makes me get wispy every time I hear it because, I wanted them to throw in the damn towel, but they didn't.
But that movie was influential in the Cold War ending.
Well, it was. It played a gigantic role, and anyway, but yeah, no, it was that was intense. That was very intense, and it.
Throw in the towel.
Actually, he says throw in the damn towel.
Well, I'll try to clean it up because I know kids are listening.
Well, and they should be in school, kids. All right, a little James Brown for you on this Motown Monday. Red Wolf Roll Call Radio, fueled by Flash Market, live from the Medic One Studios right here on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7, the Red Wolf Roll Call Radio app, and redwolfrollcall.com.
Ace of Blades, Northeast Arkansas's haircut place for men and boys, brings you Man Science 101. Guys live differently, and at Ace of Blades Barbershop, they get it. That's why they reward guys with a great haircut. Nothing fancy, no frou-frou, no fluffy, girly, smell-good, fancy stuff. Ace of Blades specializes in haircuts for men and boys at a fair and affordable price. You want to get in and get out without any hassle. Ace of Blades gets it. They know what it means to be a guy. Visit Ace of Blades at 2306 East Matthews, next door to Wendy's. They're open Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 5:30, and on Saturdays, 8 to noon. And make sure you ask about the daily specials and discounts. Guys live differently. A good deal. That's what guys are looking for. And at Ace of Blades, they get it. Man up. Get by Ace of Blades today at 2306 East Matthews.
Man cards are renewable at Ace of Blades Barbershop.
Get set to save at the dealer with the lowest price and gigantic selection. Jonesboro Tractor Sales.
Work hard and work smart with Jonesboro Tractor Sales. At Jonesboro Tractor Sales, you'll find by far the largest inventory in the region and prices no dealer anywhere can beat. Tow home the savings with 24-horse, 4-wheel drive Kubota compact tractor, ready to roll with loader, box blade, bush hog, trailer, and more. And all for only $18,995. Mow like a pro with the all-new Commander Zero Turn, starting at just $38.99. Work, hunt, or play in an RTV side-by-side for just $7,900. Get the job done with Kubota excavators, truck loaders, and a full line of implements. And your new Kubota features industry-leading 3-year warranty and dependable Jonesboro Tractor Sales service with quick turnaround and the area's largest parts department. Jonesboro Tractor Sales at the stoplight of Stadium and Harrisburg Road. Price does not include setup, local taxes, or delivery. Kubota's 2016 limited warranty applies. See dealer for details.
And I told my wife, I said, something has got to be done. And they taught me to come in and back in action. And I said, all right, I'll give it a try. I got to do something. I started to bad. It wasn't funny. And they have, it's amazing how they've helped me. He treated me like friends. And I'll tell you what, I have been telling people about this. And because I still can't believe it.
If you have back pain or neck pain, call my daddy. If you're out of action, get back in.
Back in action, 250 Southwest Drive. Give them a call today, 870-802-WELL. That's 870-802-9355. Or check them out on the web, backinactionofjonesboro.com.
HQ to Red Team.
HQ, this is Red Team, over.
Your mission? Search the simulated indoor city made of mobile obstacles for hazardous device. Disarm before detonation. Knock out any unfriendlies when possible.
Affirmative, sir.
Red Team must rendezvous at the drop zone.
Roger that. Over. Let's move out.
The next generation of laser tag is here. Drop Zone in Brooklyn is now accepting players for strategic missions. Your team will navigate a 10,000 square foot simulated indoor city made of mobile obstacles, knocking out opposing players while searching for and disarming realistic high-tech devices. Drop Zone is all about building teamwork, all members working together to accomplish goals. Drop Zone will issue your team realistic simulated weapons with realistic fire, reload, muzzle flashes, laser sighting, and hit recognition sound effects. No plastic guns or fest here. Small or large teams, Drop Zone can handle it. It's like being in a first-person shooter video game. Drop Zone Laser Tag. Available for custom birthday packages. Check them out on Facebook or call 870-351-2967. Walk-ins welcome. The next generation of laser tag. Drop Zone Laser Tag. 205 South Holman in Brooklyn.
Hey, this is Angie Gallagher, and I'm from the country, United Country, Scenic Rivers Realty in Imboden. And we have more buyers than sellers in this busy real estate market. If you're thinking of selling your property, please call me now. We are running out of property to sell, especially land or country homes with acreage. Call me at 870-219-5159. At United Country Scenic Rivers Realty, no one knows the country like we do. And don't forget to check out our website at UnitedCountryOzarks.com.
The country, and I like it that way.
Do you need assistance getting to doctor's appointments, hospital visits, dialysis, or dentist appointments? This is Ryan Kibler, president of Medic One Ambulance Service. At Medic One, we offer wheelchair van transportation in Jonesboro and surrounding areas 24/7. Our drivers are specially trained and will drop you off, then pick you up when you're ready. Caretakers, aides, and family members can ride along at no additional cost. When you have somewhere to go, Medic One is the name to know. To schedule wheelchair transportation, call 972-0708.
A fixture in the law community for over a decade, the attorneys at Oldham and Hazelwood Law Firm have been assisting their clients with all aspects of family law, serving and solving the problems of citizens of Northeast Arkansas, from debt problems, personal injury, divorce, trust and estate planning, real estate law, Social Security, disability, and much more. They can help you in your time of need. Come by the law offices of Oldham and Hazelwood at 603 Southwest Drive. Find them on the web at oldhamlawfirm.com or call 930-9919. You can also find them on Facebook. Trust a law firm that can handle all of your personal needs. Choose Oldham and Hazelwood Attorneys at Law.
Stadium Auto Body has a new approach to auto body repair based on efficiency to better serve you. Over the past 2 years, Stadium Auto Body has totally changed their procedure on how they process and repair your vehicle. Their goal is to coordinate, plan, and prepare, giving you a more in-depth plan for a non-stop repair, so there's no stopping once the repair work has begun. Stadium Auto Body on Stadium Boulevard in Jonesboro and on Highway 49 North in Paragould.
Stadium Auto Body, take care of you.
For over 35 years, only one lawn service has served Northeast Arkansas and their valued customers like no other. With great products, great customer service, and a company that you can depend on, Superior Lawn Services stands alone. Weed control, fertilization, and shrub and ornamentals care have been their signature service. Now, they've added another product line to help customers here in Northeast Arkansas. Perimeter Pest Control, Flea and Tick Control, and Mosquito Management Program. These are their newest services to their lineup. Applications to your yard can eradicate these insects immediately, and scheduled follow-up visits can keep these pests away for good. Let them install a misting system you can control from your phone to give those mosquitoes a 1-2 punch. With no worries and no insect bites. Get back to the outdoors with a trusted company and a member of the American Mosquito Control Association. Superior Lawn Services can make your yard look beautiful in no time. So get out there and enjoy your yard again. For more info about their services, go to superiorlawnservices.com or give them a call, 870-932-1195. Say bye to fleas, ticks, insects, and mosquitoes for good. Let Superior Lawn Service use their 35 years of experience to make your yard your kingdom.
Red Wolf Roll Call Radio Network. We're your home for all things ASU.
Say yeah! Say yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
And in Little Rock, first of all, just talk about being able to do it here in Little Rock, what that meant.
Great. Beautiful weather. Stadium's awesome. We had a good crowd. I mean, people there were. It was a good crowd. I think a lot of people that probably don't.
Gremlins, I tell you, on this Monday.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be. When audio starts playing on its own, something's up.
I keep telling you, I think your house is haunted.
Well, no, I agree with that. I'm pretty sure it is, but, I don't know. Pretty strange. Pretty strange. A little Stevie Wonder for you, mixed in with a little Blake Anderson. You didn't know he had a little Motown funk, did you?
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome back. It's a Motown Monday. It's also a Gina's Monday, home of that $5 lunch special, but it's more than Monday now. Monday through Friday, you get your choice of an entree, 2 sides, your choice roll or cornbread, only $5 plus tax, but you have to mention Red Wolf Roll Call Radio to get it. Just go in, say, I want the Red Wolf Roll Call Radio special, and you get it for $5. Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday. You got to ask for it, or you won't get it.
That's simple.
That's Gina's Place, Fountain Square Plaza, right off Highland Drive, voted best plate lunch in Jonesboro. Our back in action hotline, 870-330-0927. Superior Lawn Service text line, 870-372-RWRC. That's 7972. Our delicious streaming audio and video delivered to you each and every day by Jonesboro Total Health, home of the healthy Heat and Eat meal, right next to Slim Chickens, 1312 Red Wolf Boulevard. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, desserts. They've got them all freshly prepared. You pick them up, take them home, take them back to the office, heat them up, eat them up. It's that easy. It's Jonesboro Total Health.
You rhymed.
I do that every single day because I was a poet and didn't know it. But our hot topic of the day, brought to you by Drop Zone Tactical Laser Tag.
How's the polling going?
If your life depended on it, you got the Warriors or the field for the NBA championship. Right now, 64% say the Golden State Warriors.
Really?
You're going to have a lot of dead people. Oh, man.
You and I took the field.
I'm taking the field.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's very, very hard when you're playing playoff teams night in, night out. And, I just responded to our guy Blake Moore on the Twitter feed. He said, for me, the whole league could only beat them 9 times. It's tough to think that a team could beat them 4 times in a series. And that's why I said it's different, though, when you're taking on a team night in, night out in a series, and you're not taking on non-playoff teams.
Right.
Mixed in there. And so, to me, Friday night at Memphis, they looked a little wore down. And then last night they looked wore down, and they still got the win. But I'm telling you, it just feels like it's going to catch up with them. It's hard to have that bullseye night in, night out, and withstand it. Now, if you were asking me if the Golden State Warriors were going into one-game playoffs, a regular bracket, okay, I would go with the Warriors.
Yeah,
I would take them, to move on with 1 win apiece. I would go with them. But in a series, I'm not. I'm not. I'm just not. So anyway, Walls.
This segment was brought to you by Ace of Blaze, located right there on Matthews next to Wendy's. Find out more about Ace of Blaze, you can go on Twitter or Facebook. Also, you give Toby a call, 268-1221. Now, he's closed today, but open Tuesday to Friday, 8 to 5. Saturday, appointments only. Give him a call, set up your appointment for this Saturday, or just shoot him an email, aceofblazebarbershop.toby@gmail.com. Looking at the weather radar real quick, looks like maybe possibly that the Cardinals game, 3:15 this afternoon, will happen. Most of the rain in Missouri is moving out. And a lot of that's moving south of there, missing Chicago. So it looks like the Cubs are going to get their game in tonight also, too. Of course, if it did rain, they got tomorrow, to make it up because for some odd reason, they give them a day off in between, which I don't understand. But anyway, that's something for another day. But anyway, you're talking about Stevie Wonder. Yeah, Blake Anderson plays a mean air guitar, and he plays a mean air harmonica.
Oh yes, yes, the air harmonica. Speaking of Coach Anderson, Friday night down at War Memorial had the scrimmage and pretty good crowd to come out and watch these Red Wolves hit the field and seen some good things, seen some bad things, seen some things that are going to be cleaned up, and obviously got practice this afternoon. And, then before you know it, spring camp's over with.
Yeah.
We've got the spring game on Friday night at Centennial Bank Stadium, and it's winding down quickly. And so, obviously everybody focuses on the quarterback situation. Justice Hansen did look pretty good, but at the same time, don't put a lot of stock into this scrimmage you've seen in Little Rock. Mm-hmm. Even the spring game on Friday, let me warn you, don't put a ton of stock in it. Is it nice to see some live? Sure. Does it give you some opportunities to make some plays if you're one of the student athletes? Yes. But there's still a whole summer and a whole fall camp.
Right.
There's going to be new guys coming on campus with this signing class. And so, again, just take it for what it's worth. It's a scrimmage. That's as far as it needs to go. Were there some big plays? Yes. Chris Humes about decapitated Sterling Stowers on a hit. Cam Eccles-Looper looked good on a kickoff return and then a pitch from Justice Hansen. Justice under pressure hit our man Omar Bayless on a nice touchdown pass, and D. Liner got in the backfield a few times. There was some big plays, and again, it was a scrimmage, folks. And so just pump the brakes. Don't jump to conclusions. I've had multiple text messages about, oh, gosh, this is this and this. I mean, from one end of the spectrum to the other.
Right.
Like, super fanboy versus super depressed. And it's like, calm down.
Well, that's like people at the first of fall camp. What's your prediction? I don't know yet. Till we get through fall camp, I can't tell you.
We don't even know, we don't even know who the quarterback's going to be. I mean, there's still other position battles up for the taking right now. I mean, there is a long time to go. And I get it, folks. I understand it's because people are hungry for football. I understand that.
Right.
You're hungry for football. But again, it is spring. It is only April.
Right.
Talk to me in August.
Late August.
Talk to me in August.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those deals where it was nice to see them go live. Mm-hmm. It was nice to see some hitting. But at the same time, we had 8 offensive linemen that played on Friday night. That's not indicative of what you want to have playing in a game. Mm-hmm. The tempo was super slow compared to what it has been. And so, that plays an effect on these quarterbacks as well. When you're used to go, and you're taking it slow and whatnot, it's a completely different ball game. It's all about a rhythm. And one of the most important things in this offense is getting that first down and then speeding to the line of scrimmage and snapping the ball and getting another playoff.
Right.
And you didn't get to see that on Friday night. And so, again, pump the brakes.
Well, like I said, this week will be your last week to see them until August. Got a practice today, 4 o'clock open to the public. More than likely, that's going to be in the indoor. Wednesday, practice, 4 o'clock. Thursday, practice, 4 o'clock. And then, of course, Friday, the scrimmage, 4 o'clock.
So, anyway, there's a lot of work to be done, and the scrimmage is not at 4 o'clock.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I was reading off the
that's not right. But
it's 6 o'clock, right?
And so, yes,
Okay.
they're going to start everything around 6, but it'll kick off, I think, at 7. So it's one of those deals where, again, you kind of have to watch individual type things and look for the little things. But to be honest with everybody, I mean, it was just to kind of put on a show for the crowd, let you see some of the guys and see some of the new faces and maybe some of the guys that redshirted last year and so on and so forth and get used to seeing some of them. I mean, you've seen Cameron Burst throw a long touchdown to Darvion Brown. Darvion, a Warren kid, and he redshirted last year along with Jalen Marshall, Omar Bayless. I mean, a lot of these guys that sat out last year, you're going to get to see them this year. I remember talking to, wide receiver coach Luke Pascal about his group, and he mentioned, several of those guys saying, they could have got into the 2 deep last year.
Right.
But he didn't, with everything that we already had, he didn't feel like burning a year on them.
Right.
And so now they've gotten experience under their belt, and and they're going to be able to contribute big time this year. So anyway, it was fun, and we'll have audio for you in hour number 2. We'll let you hear from Coach Blake Anderson, Cameron Burst, D. Liner, Justice Hansen, and Cam Eccles-Looper. Several of those interviews were very entertaining. So we'll let you hear those because we've definitely got some characters on this team. So we'll have that coming up in hour number 2. So we got to hit yet another break here in the first hour. It's 11:46, Red Wolf Roll Call Radio, fueled by Flash Market, coming to you live from the Medic One studios right here on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7, the Red Wolf Roll Call Radio app, and redwolfrollcall.com.
In the South, rooting for our favorite team is just that, part of the South. And so is the food. Some say Southern cooking is a religion. And one thing about Southern folks, they can spot good down-home cooking, and they can spot the bad, too. For several generations now, Barnhill's Country Buffet has done it right. Down-home, homemade, good old Southern cooking. The way your mama and grandma used to make it. Everything made with that certain touch. Chicken, fish, roast beef, ham, soup, salad, veggies, fresh baked bread, rolls, cornbread, and the dessert bar. Oh yeah, don't forget the dessert bar. Then there's another challenge, picking from their outstanding weekend breakfast buffet. Saturday and Sunday morning starting at 7 a.m. Eggs, bacon, ham, sausage, fried taters, biscuits, gravy, grits, fruit, and even chicken and waffles. Chicken and waffles. Barnhill's Country Buffet, next to Hastings and Old Navy in the Caraway Plaza. There's a reason why Barnhill's has been serving folks for generations now. Great food at a great price. Barnhill's Country Buffet.
Hey guys, Uncle Wally here. A few weekends ago, my son and I went to play golf. Halfway through, I felt something pulling my back and my neck. So instead of pulling a tiger, I played through and finished my round of golf. I woke up the next morning in tremendous pain. Couldn't turn my head or lift my arms. Instead of living with the pain, I called Ungerank Chiropractic Center. The next morning, they got me in early, and in 2 days, my buddy Mike Ungerank had me back to my old self. Don't live in pain. Give them a call, 972-9480. I'm a believer. You become a believer today. Ungerank Chiropractic Center.
Attention, members and guests. Oh yeah, love that horn and love that song. A-State must have scored again. That's what you'll hear when you're at J-Town's Grill. If you listen to the Red Wolf Roll Call Radio Network, we constantly talk about food and where to eat. One of our favorite places is located right across the street from Centennial Bank Stadium and just a few blocks from Tomlinson Kell and the Convocation Center. Start your meal with a wide selection of appetizers, and then comes your hardest part, choosing from one of the many selections from their menu. Chicken, steak, burgers, pork, turkey, ham, shrimp, oysters, fish. J-Town's has something for everyone. Open 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Monday through Saturday. J-Town's Grill is the place to be every day. And remember, start your game day early and finish your game day late at J-Town's Grill. J-Town's Grill, 2610 East Johnson, right across the street from Centennial Bank Stadium. Give them a call today, 870-275-6514.
Get customized today with a sweet ride from Doughboys Custom Cards in your neighborhood.
on the golf course, or at an ASU football game at Tailgate City. Be the envy of everyone with your new custom-made golf cart from Doughboys. Yeah, this isn't your daddy's old golf cart. It's a golf cart that's kicked up a notch. Lifts, back seats, wheels, radio, speakers, lights, and more. Doughboys custom carts, new and used. They can get you in a customized golf cart today. Find Doughboys on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, or give them a call at 761-5518. It's time for you to get customized. It's time for you to get to Doughboys.
When hunger hits and fresh is what you're craving, Slim Chickens has you covered. Our Southern Roots dining is fast and casual. Savor our fresh chicken tenders, grilled or fried. And remember, you've got options. Order those tenders tucked in a flavor-packed wrap, piled high on a golden waffle, in a salad of fresh mixed greens, or rock the classic combo, Texas toast and fries, and call it good. Slim Chickens, life-changing chicken.
Hello, this is Angie Gallagher, and I'm from the country, United Country, Scenic Rivers Realty. If you're looking to buy a home or sell property, be sure to call me at 870-219-5159. I've been in the real estate business for 27 years, and I have the knowledge and experience to help make the buying process easy. I can even help you with financing. And if you are selling property, no one can beat my nationwide advertising. At United Country Scenic Rivers Realty, no one knows the country like we do.
I'm from the country and I like it that way.
Ambulance transportation can be very costly, and in Medic One service areas, when an emergency occurs, you will need ground transportation at least 99% of the time. This is Ryan Kibler, president of Medic One. Your family deserves the peace of mind that comes with the Medic One Care Partner program. When you or someone in your family is injured, the last thing you want is to worry about medical bills. As a Medic One Care Partner member, your family can save up to 40% on ambulance service. To find out how to become a Medic One Care Partner, call 972-0708.
Disruptive may be just another overused buzzword, but disruptions in business like network downtime, data loss, social media abuse, and slow speeds are downright disruptive. For businesses large or small, Calmer Solutions offers powerful, affordable, yet customized solutions specifically for your business to prevent disruptions and simplify IT. For consultation or to try any of their solutions risk-free for 30 days, visit calmersolutions.com/disruptive or call 870-336-2169. Calmer Solutions is a proud supporter of Arkansas State University. JC here with Red Wolf Roll Call Radio. We've all heard the phrase, you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. When it comes to promotional products and custom apparel, you have one chance to make that statement about your business. Go to the source that makes you and your business look professional and successful, Elite Graphics. Specializing in promoting you and your business, Elite Graphics has been in business for 32 years, helping clients get their name out there with quality screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products. Elite Graphics is also a licensed Red Wolves vendor and proud sponsor of A-State Athletics. Check out their website, elitepp.com, or follow them on Twitter and Facebook, or go by their location, 1204 Fall Street, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Elite Graphics. They make us look good. Let them make you look good too.
Superior Lawn Service has provided green, weed-free lawns since 1980. Our team of expert weed killers gives your lawn what it needs when it needs it. We've created happy customers for over 30 years, spreading fertilizer and killing weeds. Superior Lawn Service is often imitated but will never be duplicated. You'll see the big green trucks and pink flags in your neighborhood. Remember, if you give a weed an inch, it will take a yard. Don't let yours be the one with all the weeds. Call Superior Lawn Service today.
Superior Lawn Service. Give them a call, 870-932-1195, or check out their website, the4noweeds.com.
Red Wolf Roll Call Radio Network, where sports and rock collide.
Music is a world within itself, with a language we all understand, with an equal opportunity for all to sing, dance, and clap
I don't think you can ever have too much Stevie on a Motown Monday.
No.
This one by request off the Spirit Lawn Service text line. Our man G wanted a little Stevie Wonder, Sir Duke, and you got it. It's that easy, folks. You can text in on the Spirit Lawn Service text line 870-372-RWRC. That's 7972. Or the Back in Action hotline 870-330-0927. You can also reach us on the Twitter feed, Facebook, Instagram. Heck, you can even come by horseback to the Medic One Studios and do it in person if you want to. We're that easy. We're here to serve. We aim to please. And so does Gina's Place, home of that $5 lunch special. Yes, Monday through Friday. You got to mention Red Wolf Roll Call Radio, but you get your choice of an entree, 2 sides, roll or cornbread, only $5 plus tax, and of course they got delicious desserts to choose from. That's Gina's Place, voted best plate lunch in Jonesboro. Big shout out to all the folks watching us online. That delicious streaming audio and video is delivered to you by Jonesboro Total Health, home of the healthy Heat and Eat meals, right there on Red Wolf Boulevard next to Slim Chickens. That's Jonesboro Total Health. Wallace?
This thing is brought to you by Photos by PTP, high school senior shots, action sports shots, headshots, family shots. You can do it all. Just go online to photosbyptp.com, check out their galleries, book a session, get all the customer reviews that you want. Do it today. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can find out more information about them. Your sold money with Photos by PTP.
There you go. Quick segment turnaround. Top of the hour break is about a minute and a half away from happening. This report coming out from Brett McMurphy of ESPN.com.
Yep.
The NCAA has approved a 3-year moratorium on new bowl games, meaning no new bowl games for the next 3 years. Not eligible for any new bowl games until after the completion of the 2019 regular season. The NCAA ruling affects 3 cities that we talked about not too long ago, Walls, interested in having bowl games. Austin, Texas, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and Charleston, South Carolina were all in the process of seeking NCAA certification to add bowls in 2016. They wanted to add them this year. But sources said the council is going to consider and continue to study the postseason issue, evaluate bowl eligibility criteria, and they want to look at whether or not the minimum requirement of a deserving bowl team is a winning record or finishing 500. And, of course, this year, 3 teams got in at 5-7.
Right.
And that is the big reason why this 3-year moratorium is in effect. So no more bowl games for the next 3 years will be added. That's a good thing in my mind.
Oh, I totally agree.
All right, top of the hour break right now. Red Wolf Roll Call Radio, fueled by Flash Market, coming to you live from the Medic One Studios right here on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7.
I'm sticking to my God like a spell to a letter, like birds of a feather. Stick together, I'm telling you from the start, I can't be torn apart from my God. Nothing you could do could make me untrue.
It's Michael Steele for United Pawnbrokers on G Street right across from Sonic, where we sell more guns than anywhere in Northeast Arkansas. And why is that? We have the best selection and the best price, bottom line, at United Pawnbrokers. At United Pawnbrokers, you'll always save more money. If you're looking for a special duck gun, a special deer rifle, that special pistol, or an AR, come to United Pawnbrokers on G Street across from Sonic. You'll find what you're looking for at the guaranteed lowest price. United Pawnbrokers on G Street across from Sonic.
Over the last 4 decades, Roberts McNutt has established an unsurpassed expertise in the commercial waterproofing and roofing industries. Bottom line, Roberts McNutt keeps the water out. From concrete and masonry repairs to leaky walls and basements, Roberts McNutt makes the impossible possible. Low sloped or flat roofs, repairs or replacements, call Roberts McNutt today at 972-0600 or online at robertsmcnutt.com. Throughout the South, they keep the water out. Roberts McNutt.
We're asking people around the country, what's the secret to your award-winning recipes?
I use Tony's Creole seasoning in my championship chili.
Tony's Sasheries.
I use Tony's in my award-winning chicken and rice recipe.
Tony's Sasheries.
I use Tony's in my blue ribbon pie.
Just kidding, but I do use it in everything else.
Great cooks agree. Tony Chachere's famous Creole seasoning brings out the flavor in all your favorite foods. Tony Chachere's makes everything taste great.
Lose weight fast and make it last with non-surgical medical weight loss from McClurkin Clinic in Jonesboro. Slim up for summer now with McClurkin Clinic. Dr. Michael McClurkin is one of 3 board-certified bariatricians in the state offering powerful options unavailable to non-physician weight loss programs. McClurkin Clinic creates a comprehensive MD-certified program tailored just for you with nutritional guidance, behavior modification, and one-on-one supports. And now, take advantage of Dr. McClurkin's discounted startup fee. Don't spend another summer missing out on the fun. Slim up now and have the best summer of your life. Free informational seminars are available every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Just call 932-8181 for more information or to schedule your initial consultation. That's 932-8181. McClurkin Clinic, 800 South Church Street across from St. Bernard's in downtown Jonesboro. Weight loss with a degree of difference. A medical degree. Take advantage of Dr. McClurkin's discounted startup fee. Lose weight fast and make it last. Now at McClurkin Clinic.
Making your yard the envy of your neighbors is hard. Keeping it up is even harder. It's a 24/7, 365-day-a-year job. But you don't have 24/7, 365 days a year. Your job, your kids, vacation, holidays. And if you decide to get the yard work done this weekend and it rains, you're even more behind. We got the solution and the guy that will stay on top of your yard 24/7, 365 days a year. Clayton Outdoor Services. 761-3133 is the phone number, and this phone number will solve your 24/7, 365 problem. Scott Clayton will take care of your yard, your shrubs, bushes, trees. He can do it all. Need irrigation? No problem. A new fence or repair an old fence? No problem. Landscaping? Yep, that too. Year-round service and payment options that will fit anyone's budget. Find Clayton Outdoor Services on Facebook, Twitter, or better yet, give Scott a call today. 870-761-3133. Clayton Outdoor Services, sponsor of the Game Day Forecast and Weather each and every day on the Red Wolf Roll Call Radio Show.
Here in studio with Dr. Jeremy McElroy. Doc, a lot of people living with back pain, and they don't have to.
We have an option for them, non-surgical spinal decompression with an 86% success rate. Some of the research shows within a couple of weeks of treatment, pain is decreased significantly. If you have back pain, neck pain, degenerative disc, bulging discs, herniated discs, any kind of pain running the arms and legs, give us a call for a free consultation today. We're located on Southwest Drive behind the Revenue Office. And always remember, if you're out of action,
with Dr. Jeremy McElroy, D.C. Call 870-802-WELL.
At Centennial Bank, supporting the communities we serve is not just our job, it's our privilege. We volunteer for dozens of local boards and committees, grill hundreds of hot dogs and hamburgers, and invest in the things that matter to our community. We're committed to Northeast Arkansas. We support our schools, our universities, and our towns. We're community connected and customer focused. We're Centennial Bank, Arkansas's community bank. Member FDIC.
This is Tegan, and you're listening to Red Wolf Roll Call Radio with my dad, JC, on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7.
All day, baby, and I'd be doggone if I wouldn't bring you my pay, baby. But if I ever caught you running around, throwing my money all over the town, then I wouldn't be doggone. Hey, hey, I'd be long gone. Then I wouldn't be doggone. I'd be long gone. Spring, baby. And if we live to be 100 years old, if you ever let that spring turn cold, then I wouldn't be doggone.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of Red Wolf Roll Call Radio. Fueled by Flash Market, coming to you live from the Medic One Studios. right here on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7, the Red Wolf Roll Call Radio app, and redwolfrollcall.com. And it's a Monday, so let's not forget about Gina's Place. Monday through Friday, that $5 lunch special. Oh, yes. An entree, 2 sides, your choice, roll or cornbread, only $5 plus tax, and you can now get it Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
Just mention Red Wolf Roll Call Radio, and that'll take care of it for you. Just name drop.
Well, and if you, whatever's on the menu, don't grab your fancy. They got great hamburgers there, and the crinkle cut fries, they are good.
Yeah, it's delicious, and a great line of desserts as well. And, it's been voted best plate lunch in Jonesboro for a reason. So there you go. Our back in action hotline, 870-330-0927. Superior Lawn Service text line, 870-372-RWRC. That's 7972. Hot topic of the day brought to you by Drop Zone Tactical Laser Tag, Highway 49B in Brooklyn. It's not your mother's laser tag. If your life depended on it, you got the Warriors or the field for the NBA championship. 64% going with the Golden State Warriors.
Okay.
Seemed like a year ago everybody was going with the Cavs. How'd that work out?
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Sticking with the field. Sticking with the field. Our delicious streaming audio and video delivered to you each and every day by Jonesboro Total Health, home of the healthy heat and eat meals, right next to Slim Chickens. You can't miss it. Right there off Red Wolf Boulevard. And breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack items, dessert items, all freshly prepared at their gourmet kitchen location just for you to pick up, heat up, and eat up. It's that easy. It's Jonesboro Total Health. Walls?
This thing is brought to you by Jonesboro Travel. Find out more about them. Go on Facebook or log on to jonesborotravel.com. Give them a call. 932-2060 is the phone number. And when you call them, ask for Amy or Lorinda. Say, I want that roll call special to Cancun. Folks, we've been telling you for the past couple of weeks, this thing is filling up really fast. Starts May 23rd, goes to August 1st. You got 12 weeks to pick from. It's nonstop flight out of Memphis to Cancun and back. You're there for 6 days. One price, $9.99. Includes everything: hotel, airfare, food, drinks, taxes, tips. Just all you got to take is your driver's license and your passport, and you might want to take your credit card just in case. But if you want to take the kids, no problem. Some of the resorts down there have got a special going on right now where kids stay free. Just call Amy or Lorinda today. Tell them you want the Cancun special. They'll fill you in on all the details. 932-2060.
There you go. All right, as promised, got audio ready for you from the scrimmage at War Memorial on Friday. You'll hear from Coach Blake Anderson, Cameron Burse, D. Liner, Justice Hansen, and Cameron Eccles-Looper, all in that order. We're going to play it for you in its entirety, and you can hear all of those interviews. And I'll tell you what, it was fun being in Little Rock, being at War Memorial. It was a nice crowd out there to see these Red Wolves, and got another scrimmage and one more to go here in this spring camp, and that's the spring game this Friday night. Kickoff 6 o'clock. They're going to let the kids do their thing from about 4 to 4:50, and the guys will get on the field and get warmed up and get ready and do their thing at 6 o'clock on Friday night. But here you go. All this A-State audio brought to you by Rob Taylor State Farm. Like a good neighbor, Rob Taylor State Farm is there right across the overpass from Centennial Bank Stadium, Tomlinson Kell, and the Convocation Center. Just look for that big red roof right there on Red Wolf Boulevard. That's Rob Taylor State Farm, and this is Coach Blake Anderson.
And in Little Rock, first of all, just talk about being able to do it here in Little Rock, what that meant.
It was great. I mean, we had beautiful weather. The stadium's awesome, and we had a good crowd. I don't know how many people there were, but it was a good crowd. And I think a lot of people that probably don't normally see us play got to see us play. Hopefully they'll travel to Jonesboro in the fall. And it was good for our guys. It'd be interesting to see when we watch the tape, just how guys, what kind of energy level we had. Looked good on the field. I thought it was a productive night, really, on both sides.
Probably too soon, but any of the quarterbacks separate themselves, do you think, from just watching it?
I thought obviously Justice had a couple of plays with it. He created some things with his feet, which is what we thought he could do. and found a way to move his group. I really thought all three of them stood in the pocket was live for the first time all spring. They got knocked around a little bit. But he stood out a little bit. Now, again, you go back and watch, make sure they're making right decisions. But him being able to make plays with his feet was big for us today.
The decision to have them go live, was that a tough thing for you as a coach, or do you think you guys needed that just to kind of find some separation?
We definitely needed it. Just to really kind of see how they handle themselves in the pocket. It's not the same with an early whistle, but I was really nervous about it. I was concerned all night about somebody maybe going down. We don't want to put anybody in harm's way. We had 8 offensive linemen, so those guys played a lot of snaps, and it's not the same guys together. So that was a concern too. You didn't want a guy to just get turned loose and come free, and we really didn't have that happen with the first group most of the night.
And just with his feet, you mentioned. I mean, if this thing stays pretty close, could that be something that kind of pushes him over the top? Just that he has that, you think?
Absolutely. A guy that can create, if he can connect the dots and make the decisions, a guy that can move the chains with his feet, that's a plus. I still think there's still a lot more work to do before we're really ready to crown anybody or move it. It's just too much competition in the group and not a great environment to really decide yet.
Overall, just your thought of what you've seen from both the offense and defense tonight, and some big plays on special teams, and then a few turnovers in there.
I never like turnovers. I know that defense is trying to create them. I'm thinking we don't want to have any, so that's catch-22. If they're doing their job on defense, then there's going to be some, but we got to make it tough for them. I thought there were some explosives on both sides, and that's what you're looking for, some give and take, guys responding. It was good to see Cameron Looper back out. He's been off the field. Justin McInnes has been off the field. Jalen Marshall's been off the field. Those guys got some good work tonight. DeKeithan Williams has been gone with the death of his mother and the funeral. It's the first time he's really back, and I thought he ran the ball well. So, I thought there was good balance across the board. Defense did a great job of keeping them out of the end zone with a short field, which is tough. Put them behind the chains and put them down there with their back to the wall, and they came up with stops when they needed to, especially down there at the end, which to me is a good sign.
Some of the turnovers tonight, there was interceptions, but some of the going the live hitting, you had some fumbles, and you think that's because of the live hitting tonight?
Well, possibly. I mean, we the running backs get banged around a good bit in practice. The quarterbacks are the only ones that haven't really been hit. I don't know. I mean, whether it's just poor ball security or some good licks, who knows? Could be one or the other. I know we can't do it and win games.
With Looper, is it him and Stowers playing that A-back spot?
Him, Stowers, and Chauncey Mason are all working there. Darvion Brown, some too. We slid Chauncey out side a few days ago, and he's been really comfortable there.
How's Johnston White coming along? I mean, he didn't show up today.
He's still sprained foot. Hoping to have him back some next week, but he may not get a rep. He sprained it in that first scrimmage, and it's just not going away.
Coach, now that you've got this one in the books, you've got one more a week from tonight. Just what do you want to see this week leading up to next week?
Hopefully, just consistent improvement. Offensively, this was a more consistent practice, and we have zero tempo. Because we got 8 old linemen and we're having to slow them. I mean, we got no tempo, but I want to see assignment consistency and less mistakes over the next weekend. And we'd love to see that quarterback race, really kind of fire up the last few days, so that we got a kind of good idea of where we're at. But hopefully we stay injury free as well. We've been pretty fortunate. Everything's just been bumps and bruises, nothing major. We can get through the next 4 days with no significant injuries, a little bit closer to knowing who's going to compete for the quarterback job, and just knowing that we did improve each day, really on all 3 phases. That'd be a win-win for everybody.
This is unrelated to the scrimmage, but any reaction to the satellite camp thing that came out today?
Yeah, I disagree with it completely. I think it's in the best interest of a few schools, and it's not in the best interest of players. That 2 years in a row, we've signed 90% of our recruiting class by being able to go make camps available for them. We make no money off of it, but we get to see kids that normally don't get to come to Jonesboro, And I think there's a handful of schools that are able to scream loud enough and get what they want, but it's not good for the kids at all.
You probably have to cancel some trips. You probably already had some set up.
We were waiting for the ruling to come out before we decide. Right now, all we've got scheduled are in-state camps, and I had a feeling this was what's coming. I was hoping that we would get it right, and I don't think we did. And it's definitely not going to help kids that don't have the money to travel, from state to state to state. They're going to be, it's going to make the recruiting process really hard for them.
Last thing, Coach. Sorry, Mark. Last thing about as far as the quarterback race goes, going into that scrimmage, going to try to get as many equal reps as possible with those. Three.
We're trying to every day. So when we look back at the total package of the spring, one guy's not gotten a lot more reps with the 1-0 line, with the skill guys, trying to give them equal reps across the board, and just seeing how they respond. And do they continue to get better each day, or are they making the same mistakes? I think we're going to get our best picture in the fall when we got some stability at O-line. But this was a better night, especially when we have an 8 O-lineman. I thought we did a better job shuffling through and making it through than maybe I thought we would.
Any thoughts on the NCAA required JUCOs to now have a 2.5?
That's something we kind of knew was coming along, all the way. We've recruited it along that basis, so it really doesn't change us a whole lot. So we've kind of been planning ahead for that one as well.
All right, got the scrimmage in Little Rock. First of all, how was it to scrimmage in a different city here at War Memorial?
It was a good atmosphere. It was good to get out here. We really wanted to attract Central Arkansas. They don't, get to see us in the spring as much. So, it was good. The bus ride was good. Everything was good. Honestly, no complaints. We got out of here with no injuries. So I think it was overall good scrimmage. I think we got a lot of good work in.
Talk about your play tonight. I know you're pretty critical of yourself and whatnot, but just how you felt like you did tonight, some of the things you've seen with what you guys had to work with.
Yeah, definitely could have done better, but it's kind of hard to get into a rhythm. But that's no excuse. Not particularly pleased with my performance, but there's definitely room for improvement, put it that way.
How much did the lack of tempo play a little bit of a role in y'all's play? Because, you guys are so used to going tempo, and with the offensive line the way it is and whatnot, you guys weren't able to play quite as fast as you're normally doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, our offense, we have 20 plays, so we definitely use the tempo button to our advantage, and not being able to use it definitely limits us. It's hard to get the defense tired, hard to do some of our plays and stuff. Again, it's no excuse. We got to be able to execute the plays that are called. But with that being said, I think with more bodies and everything, and I'm more excited for the fall. Just being able to again push the tempo button, and at times whenever we were able to get a first down, they really couldn't stop us. But it's all about getting that first down.
On that big touchdown to Darvion Brown, what did you see there? Obviously a little pump fake, and you had him stringing down the middle. Just talk about that play.
Yeah, that was it's just a pop pass. Just got to roll your shoulders, and they bit pretty hard. He was wide open. Sometimes those are the hardest throws, when he's wide open like that, just putting it on him. And, that's all him. He's been working his tail off in the offseason. He's been in my workout group and everything, and he's really, really been working hard. Really proud of him. And, I think that's starting to show out on the field for him as well.
The other day after practice we interviewed you, said you're looking forward to tonight, kind of get in there and roughing it up, kind of mix things up and everything. You're looking forward to it, especially as a quarterback. So, tonight, you're not supposed to touch it, but there are several times that some of the quarterbacks got touched tonight.
Yeah, well, actually, with the one offensive line, the quarterbacks were alive. But that's all part of playing football. It wasn't anything crazy. There was one time I thought D-liner was going to eat me, and I barely got the ball off. I was joking around with him saying that he's slow, but he'll probably get back at me in the locker room. But, I think the offensive line did a really good job for what we have right now. We got 6-7 guys. They're working their tails off every single play. I think it was definitely good to go live. Again, there's some plays that, probably could execute a little bit better on, but
Being at spring practice and you guys as quarterbacks are live, does that kind of up the intensity at all, or at least kind of make you guys think, does that up the importance at all, or just say, hey, this might be important, just because of what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Like with every play, you really have to pretend like you're live. But when you are live, definitely, you kind of have to account for a few more things. But with that being said, you really have to treat all your team reps and blitz and everything every day at practice as if you were live and try and protect yourself, move protections and stuff. But I think with that being said, like I said, our line really did a really good job. I don't think any of us really got hit at all. So.
Where do you think this race is at? I mean, you were talking about it a little bit earlier, but can really some separation be made until fall, or are you guys all just kind of learning and trying to get better, and then in the fall that's when this is really kind of get going?
I think you got to ask Coach Fall. I'm not. I have no idea, but I think the biggest thing for all of us is just consistency. Some of us will have really good days, and then we'll be kind of poor. But I think everyone did a good job tonight. But with that being said, I think there will definitely be more opportunity for separation in the fall. When you get two healthy offensive lines, and you can really see what's going to happen. Right now it's kind of not there yet, if that makes sense. But with that being said, I have no idea. I just go out there and do the best with what I'm dealt.
All right, D, let's talk about tonight's scrimmage in Little Rock. First of all, what was it like to be able to scrimmage War Memorial in Little Rock? Different place for you guys.
It's my first time ever coming to Little Rock in my whole life. I think it was a little different. Had to get used to the environment. It took me a little time to, settle in, but overall, it was great.
Well, let's talk about being able to go live for once. I mean, I know there's a lot of banter back and forth in practice about, what's a sack and what's not a sack and so on and so forth. What was it like to get to go live tonight?
I mean, it was good, but, all week, quarterback been talking stuff. They really didn't think they was going to get to go live, but they went live. But I got back there one time.
Were you slow, hurt, or something tonight? Because Kevin Burst said you were slow tonight.
Well, I did hurt my ankle early in the week.
Come on.
He know I did.
How quick did Cameron get rid of that ball as soon as he seen you coming up through the middle? Because it felt like it was about a second and a half and you were there.
Usually the quarterback got 3 seconds to get it out. I think he got it out in one and a half.
What were some of the things that you came into this scrimmage wanting to work on for yourself personally?
Work on my hand placement and technique.
What are some of the things now you'll take from tonight and get ready for next week's scrimmage?
I go jumping off sides is a big issue. Coaches be getting on our tail for that. I jumped off sides once, so I got to work on, on third and long, staying on sides, watching the ball more.
Your D-line group is a pretty thick group. I mean, you guys got a lot of talent there, even with the guys that are out hurt. You coming from Alabama, you playing with some good defensive linemen, but just this group of guys you guys have that are so interchangeable, so many playmakers. Just talk a little bit about your group.
I feel like everybody be focused. Everybody. I mean, all of them work hard, but we go out there and give it our all every day. Try to be the best D-line we can be.
And how's it feel now to actually be able to be on the field practicing, be in this spring camp after having to sit out for a year?
Man, it been a long process for me, man. But I just be giving it my all. Me sitting out the year, build up a little frustration, so I'm just taking it out there and having fun with it.
All right, able to get this scrimmage in. How do you feel like you did tonight?
I'm hard on myself, so I think I made one too many mistakes here or there, but like I was saying earlier, it's about having fun also coming out here, and we did that tonight, and it was a good time.
You being a tall quarterback, a lot of people doubt your athleticism, but you showed it off with your legs tonight. Just talk about your mobility.
I do have a little mobility. I think the thing that helps me the most is people don't think I can run. So when I do, I look even faster. So I think that helps me.
Big touchdown pass to Omar Bayless. Talk about what you've seen on that play, and then obviously the end result.
Yeah, we tried to draw them off sides, and I was for sure they jumped, and I just gave our big receiver a chance to make a play.
One of the things you and I talked about, I guess a little bit earlier this week, was just one of the things is getting used to the terminology and how familiar are you getting with it, and how close do you think you are percentage-wise of getting the understanding and grasping the offense and everything?
I really think I have it all down now. We were able to get in a few rhythms out here, but I think as time progresses, we'll just get going faster and faster.
For you, playing the most important position basically on the field, the ability to be able to play the position and not have to think as much, that plays a very, very big role in being able to just go out and play the game and not have to think so much.
Absolutely. There's a difference in going out there and thinking about what each person is doing, and there's a difference in just going out there and playing football. And the more I can learn, the more I can, get along with these guys and everything out there, the faster we'll be and the less I have to think.
How's it feel to have so many playmakers like one guy over my shoulder here, Cam Looper, but have the wealth of playmakers that you guys have on offense? Got to make your job a little bit easier.
Oh, it makes it a lot easier on me. The hardest decision I got to make is on an option whether to pitch it to him or keep it myself. So
let's talk about that play. The pitch was a little behind him, but he took it like an alley-oop, and he basically walked in with it. But that play itself.
Well, the thing is I'm a little bit faster than him, so he couldn't catch up with me, and I saw him late out of the corner of my eye, so I flipped it out there.
Now, let me ask you this. Of course, I'm old school. We used to call that kind of the veer option read or option run. Have you ever had that kind of offense growing up in high school or running it before?
Yeah, we ran a lot of option in high school, and did some things last year. Not the exact same play, but people in the same spot. So
right.
Yeah, pretty familiar.
Well, the reason why I was wondering that because one of the things they tell the quarterback is to sell it, and hang on, and then at the last second pitch it. And you sold it because you waited for everybody to come on you and you pitched at the last second.
Yeah, for sure. And that makes it easier on the receiver that I'm pitching to. The longer I can wait and the more people I can draw in, the more space he's got.
All right, from tonight till next week's spring game, what are some of the things you want to work on this week before next week's spring game?
Kind of like you said, just getting the offense down even better, so I can go out there and play faster and not think as much.
All right, Cam, you guys get your scrimmage here in Little Rock. First of all, was it like being able to come play in Little Rock, War Memorial, different setting than being back in Jonesboro?
Definitely a different setting, but we had a nice little crowd out here, so it's always fun to put on for the crowd and have fun.
I came into this, you told me, I think it was at practice on Wednesday that you were going to be healthy and ready to play, and I was expecting some big plays from you. I mean, where were they at?
Man, see, what had happened was, hey, a lot of others make big plays, so, we just going to contribute together, and it's a team thing. So
how about that kickoff return? At some point in time, I figure you're going to run, 75% as fast as you can run.
Man, see, like Justin said, he's definitely not faster than me. But no, man, it's really, I had to give it up to the rest of the 10. I couldn't do it without the rest of the 10 blocking. So once I opened the hole up, it's just, I did what I had to do.
One of the things I noticed on that touchdown that you finally scored from that pitch or whatever from Justice, you had a couple drops in there. You're pretty hard on yourself and whatnot. But just talk about maybe still yet trying to get into the reps of catching passes, being a receiver. I mean, because you worked in a lot of places since you've arrived here, but now focusing on just being a receiver like you are in a return man.
Well, speaking on being hard on myself, I have my own goals. Don't drop any passes. If we drop some, we gotta give 10 push-ups. So just dropping the passes, it's going to happen. But I try not to make it a habit. But really, it's just, I don't know. We just came out and had fun.
How did it feel to get some real contact? I mean, you guys have been checked a little bit, but today it was live.
I love the contact. Like Marshawn Lynch said, I'm about that action. I really just love when people hit each other. I love the sound. I love just having the ball in my hand and having people just come towards you and being able to hit you.
Taking what you did tonight in this scrimmage to next week in the spring game, what do you want to work on this week before the spring game?
Definitely not dropping any balls. I mean, I maybe had one or two, but that's still one too many. But really just, probably I have to say, being more vocal on the field, being more acclimated with what I'm doing, and just, really just have a lot more fun.
There you go. That was Cameron Eccles-Looper. Of course, you heard Coach Anderson, then Cameron Burse and D. Liner and Justice Hansen. And, there was a lot of good things and, of course, some things to work on, too. And they'll have practice this afternoon at 4:45. And so, again, you take it for what it's worth, but them getting reps, getting live game reps is important and just another step in this process. And so, of course, you heard Coach Anderson chime in on his thoughts on the NCAA ruling on satellite camps. Not for it at all. And, I'm not either. I read an article this morning that CBS Sports put out, and it basically was saying that, there's not really, it's not truly about the benefit of the student athlete, which is incorrect. It is. I mean, I'll tell you, as a kid who grew up with a single mom and we survived.
Limited resources.
We just barely got by, to be honest with you. There's a lot of people out there, a lot of kids out there in that same situation and worse, that there's no way in the world they could go hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6, 7, 8 hours to a football camp. And, Coach Anderson and the staff, they made the trek last year around the state of Arkansas and down into Texarkana and things like that to try and get to where these kids could come to these camps and they could drive in and they could handle it and make the efforts and get out there and get in front of them. And, in that story, they were talking about, oh, well, there's huddle. You can watch game film and yada, yada.
No.
That doesn't prove a thing. It doesn't get past the eye test, and there's a lot that you can learn from a kid just interacting with them and talking to them, see how they interact with the other student athletes on the field, how they take instruction. I mean, there's so much that goes into it that it is really a disservice to them that this is going to be eliminated. And everybody talks about, well, that's why you've got the visits and whatnot, official visits and so on and so forth. It's still not the same, man. It's just not the same. So I'm totally against that ruling myself as well. And again, the NCAA doing what they feel like for the chosen few.
Well, and that's the thing brought up the other night. It's like you get pressure from, I don't know, a certain small group of schools. Not going to name any, Bama. But, they apply the pressure and the NCAA goes along. So, okay, we'll do it.
But, with that ruling, that means that, it has to be on your campus or in your practice facility that you use. I mean, so, these traveling camps are no more, which is ridiculous in my opinion. All right, it's 12:33, Red Wolf Roll Call Radio, fueled by Flash Market, coming to you live from the Medic One Studios right here on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7, the Red Wolf Roll Call Radio app, and redwolfrollcall.com.
Breakfast is excellent. 7 days a week at the restaurant famous for good taste. Fat City Steak and Grill House, now open on Highway 49 North at Jonesboro. The Fat City breakfast menu is a lip-smacking masterpiece headlined by exclusive eggs with fatitude. A-State skillets, savory scrambles, eggs Benedict, fluffy and folded 3-egg omelets with crispy bacon, sausage, ham. The choices are many and all extraordinary. At Fat City, the griddle is always hot with hand-dipped French toast, croissants, pancakes, and Fat City chicken and waffles. All to die for at the restaurant famous for good taste. Fat City Steak and Grill House. Now open on Highway 49 North, just past Hilltop in Jonesboro. Join the Fox live at Fat City every Wednesday morning for the Jonesboro Community Breakfast. Breakfast is excellent. 7 days a week at Fat City.
For over 15 years, folks in Northeast Arkansas have known you start every meal with chips and salsa at Casa Maya in Jonesboro. Casa Maya, your home of authentic Mexican cuisine. Join them for lunch. Pick from 20 combo selections every day of the week for $5.89 or less. Or go with the lunch specials 11 to 3 daily. Join Casa Maya for dinner. Dinner combos starting at only $6.89. Want something from the grill? No problem. How about seafood? Casa Maya can fix you up. And Casa Maya believes using only the freshest ingredients daily and everything handmade. Voted best Mexican food in Jonesboro. Casa Maya. Unwind with a relaxing massage from Jonesboro's new Massage Envy. Now, during the Massage Envy grand opening, enjoy a relaxing 1-hour massage for only $49.99. Or pamper yourself with a luxurious facial starting at just $59.99. You can also give the gift of stress relief with a free Massage Envy gift card. They're perfect for anybody. Now, celebrating the Massage Envy grand opening in Jonesboro at 2110 Fair Park Boulevard across from Lowe's. Visit massageenvy.com for more information.
Changes everywhere, even in the auto body industry. Stadium Auto Body is changing with the industry to adapt to deliver you excellent quality repairs, superior customer service, and a quick turnaround time start to finish. Stadium Auto Body gets you back on the road fast. Stadium Auto Body on Stadium Boulevard in Jonesboro and Highway 49 North in Paragould.
Stadium Auto Body, take care of you.
Post-traumatic stress disorder affects over half of our returning veterans. It is our goal at PTSD Foundation of America Arkansas chapter to provide peer-to-peer support groups. We are not a treatment program, but a group of peers trying to help find healing, balance, and a positive reintegration to their family and civilian life. By providing these weekly groups, we give veterans a safe place to talk about their combat trauma and daily struggles. We help find new ways to work through them in a non-destructive way. This group is ran by veterans for veterans. We also have a spouses group at the same time, with free child care provided by members of Central Baptist. Our meetings are located in the children's wing of Central Baptist Church in Jonesboro on Thursday nights from 7 till 8. For more information, contact the PTSD Foundation of America Arkansas chapter at gary.miranda@ptsdusa.org or david.gordy@ptsdusa.org.
It seems like there's a realty company on every corner these days, here and gone before you know it. But one realty company stands out above the rest. There's a lot of realty companies out there. What separates this company from the rest? It's their unrivaled customer service. Jonesboro Realty Company. For commercial, residential, or property management, Jonesboro Realty Company gets the job done right every time. Give Josh Olson and his great team a call today. The number is simple, 932-0000. Or you can find them on Facebook or Twitter, or online at jonesbororealty.com. Selling or buying property is one of the largest investments you'll ever make. Invest in great customer service. Jonesboro Realty Company.
Get everything you need to make your tailgate a hit at the Party Store. The Party Store, just 10 minutes from the Convo and 10 minutes from Tailgate City. The Party Store, your tailgating headquarters in Northeast Arkansas. Make your run the right one. The Party Store, right on the Craighead-Greene County line on Highway 49. The Party Store with a wide selection of domestic and imported beers. One of the largest wine selections in the area, and every type of spirit to make your next party spirited. So whether you're grilling out on the deck or throwing the mother of all tailgates, make it the Party Store. Right now at the Party Store, get Jack Daniels, the half-gallon gift set, $20.99. 30 packs of Bud Light, Coors, Miller Lite, $2 off. And Trace Agave Tequila Margarita Kit, $24.29 at $32.29 value. The Party Store is your tailgating headquarters in Northeast Arkansas. Get everything you need to make your tailgate a hit at the Party Store today.
Everyone knows Super Tense is the best for your ride. In and out in 30 minutes, lifetime warranty, never a problem. That's why they've been around so long, while others have come and gone. But did you know Super Tense has been doing commercial and home window tinting for over 25 years? The factory-trained certified installers are incredible. You're going to save money by blocking out over 80% of the heat, and the film just looks great and guaranteed for life, always. Call Super Tints for a free estimate. They come to you, measure your windows, and start tinting within days. Call John Rhodes and Super Tints at 933-TINT. That's 933-TINT. Super Tints.
I was having severe headaches. I had been to medical doctors. I had been to the emergency room. All they were doing was giving me pain medication. I would tell anyone that had problems with their neck or back that they needed to see Dr. McElroy. He has done a wonderful job with me, and I have sung his praises to everybody that I see.
If you have back pain or neck pain, call my daddy. If you're out of action, get back now.
Back in action, 250 Southwest Drive. Give them a call today, 870-802-WELL. That's 870-802-9355. Or check them out on the web, backinactionofjonesboro.com.
This is Tegan, and you're listening to Red Wolf Roll Call Radio with my dad, JC, on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7.
Every chance you get, you seem to hurt me.
Welcome back to Red Wolf Roll Call Radio. We're fueled by Flash Market. JC, Uncle Walls coming to you live from the Medic One Studios. Right here on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7, the Red Wolf Roll Call Radio app, and redwolfrollcall.com. Little Marvin Gaye for you. It's a Motown Monday. It's also a Genus Monday. Home of that Monday through Friday $5 lunch special. Yes, just mention Red Wolf Roll Call, and you can get that lunch special Monday through Friday. Entree, 2 sides, your choice, roll or cornbread. Only $5 plus tax. That's Genus Place, Fountain Square Plaza, right off Highland Drive. Home of the best plate lunch in Jonesboro, as voted by the citizens of Jonesboro. That's Genus Place. Our back in action hotline, 870-330-0927. Superior Lawn Service text line, 870-372-RWRC. That's 7972. Our delicious streaming audio and video delivered to you each and every day by the great folks at Jonesboro Total Health, home of the healthy Heat and Eat meals. Right there on Red Wolf Boulevard, right next to Slim Chickens. Go by, check them out. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack items, dessert items. They've got it all. Freshly prepared for you, and all you have to do, take them home, take them back to the office, heat them up, eat them up. It's that easy. Our hot topic of the day brought to you by Drop Zone Tactical Laser Tag, Highway 49B in Brooklyn. It's not your mother's laser tag. If your life depended on it, you got the Warriors or the field for the NBA championship. 65% of the votes are saying the Golden State Warriors. There you go. That's interesting there. But, yeah, Walls was sending me this link during the break, and I looked it up on Twitter a little bit. And this contractor for a particular gas company in Kingwood, Texas, decided that he would attack some family dogs with a wrench.
Yes.
According to the family, he showed up without being announced and went into this family's backyard, and where he was met by a couple of dogs. And, well, he chose to beat the dogs with a wrench. One dog here suffered a swollen jaw and a concussion, scheduled to undergo surgery this week. The other dog is an 8-year-old Weimaraner. Has never bitten nor been aggressive to anyone, and that one too has been hurt. And the worker has claimed to be doing work on the meter. When the family offered to secure the dogs in another area, the worker told them not to bother. Moments later, one man hits the dog with the wrench with such force that the pup's tooth went flying into the swimming pool. Unbelievable. It's going to be interesting.
Yep.
It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, but I tell you what.
If you want to see the video, I put it on my timeline on Facebook, and I also shared it over there on Twitter myself.
Yeah, it's
and I asked the question. I know what me and JC would do. We would do this. We would be having us a come to Sunday Jesus meeting with this guy real quick. It's like, yeah.
Well, again, though, I mean, it's just it's one of those deals.
It's amazing what happened when.
Whoa, Gremlins again.
Yeah, well, and totally made no sense because all of that was muted.
But here's the thing. You got a gated backyard. I mean, I would just, if you're going to someone's backyard like that, I would say, I wonder if they have dogs.
Well, let me give you a great example of how proper business is done. Let me give you a great example. One of our great sponsors, Superior Lawn Service. Okay, they contact me before every trip to my house to spray.
Right.
And I have a gated backyard, privacy fence, all that stuff. But they also know I have dogs. And they will text me before they arrive every single time and ask me if it's okay to go in the backyard and if the dogs are put up.
Right.
Every single time.
Right.
Every time. without missing a beat. Every single time they reach out to me. And that's the way it should be. And so, I just don't get it. Because I can assure you, if mine were in the backyard and somebody came through the fence, I can't promise what they'd do. I mean,
Yeah.
I can tell you the little one's probably going to bite you.
Yes.
And the other two, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't know because they're pretty protective. And if they don't know you and you're coming in a backyard, well, what do you expect?
Right.
And so, there's nothing that gave this guy the right to beat these dogs with a wrench.
No.
I mean, it makes no sense. And then I do know that, companies, teach you the proper way to handle these things. And I was reading about this particular company, which I'm leaving nameless, but, a guy was writing an article about it, and he said that they teach you to not harm these animals in any way, shape. You can't even mace them.
Right.
I mean, you can't do anything to them. And this guy clanked them with a wrench. Now, I know we've got plenty of people out there that listen that, deal with households often, power companies and mailmen and, things like that where you're constantly out there. And, I get it. You got to protect yourself. But if you willingly go in someone's backyard, and there's dogs back there and they come after you, that's on you.
Right.
That's on you, stupid.
Right. And in the story, the mom and the kids were looking at the window watching all this go on. And like you said, they offer to put the dogs up, but, nah. It's like, let them have time to put the dogs up and get them secure and put away.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a bad story. I mean, it's a bad story.
Well,
hopefully the pups are fine and turn out okay and don't have any long lasting injuries.
Well,
but I can assure you, there's going to be a nice lawsuit for this.
Well, and I'd be sending the vet bill to them too.
Without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, and there probably would have been a hospital bill along with it, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I do.
All right, we've only got about 11 minutes before the top of the hour.
Quick.
So we can head to the Back in Action hotline and talk to our man Jeff. Jeff, we got a few minutes for you.
Man. Did you get a chance to watch any of the Spurs and Warriors last night, Joe?
I did. I watched predominantly the whole game.
I did too, and really the only one that showed up, I thought, last night was Marcus Aldridge. That's the only one Leonard, he had 20 points, but he didn't shoot good. And, again, Danny Green goes MIA when needed. Nothing new. And, you know what, I'm kind of at the point with Danny Green is I think they need to give a little more minutes to Kevin Martin and play Ginobili a little bit more, because I thought both of them played pretty decent last night. Because Danny, Danny's a good defender, but he's been so inconsistent all year, and I have zero trust in him going into the playoffs. Joe, I really do.
Well, here's the thing, Jeff, and this is kind of what I've said about this is just don't overreact. Don't overreact to it. It's coming down. It's game 81 for them, and I wouldn't even put too much stock into what this is. Again, it's the regular season. The playoffs are going to be different. Pop will go with a rotation that works because you're going to face the same team over and over. There's no sense in changing up the lineup a whole lot. You're going to find something that works and roll with it, and it's going to become a chess match. And again, it's not indicative, I think, of what you're going to see in a series. And it also depends, and I think a lot of people don't realize this too, is because we all just assume it's going to be Golden State and San Antonio in the Western Conference Finals, but it's going to be interesting to see how hard it is for both those teams to even get to the finals and how many games they have to play and how tough those series are before they get there, because that's going to play a role as well if they do, in fact, meet in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, you're right, because, I think the Clippers, I think Blake Griffin's going, by the time the second round of the playoffs start, I think he'll kind of be more in rhythm and have his legs underneath him, and I think that's going to be a tougher series for the Warriors than what people think. I really do, because, if you want to get technical, the Clippers had the Warriors beat twice this year, and just kind of coughed it up in the fourth quarter.
Well,
so, I think
they
they're
did all
capable of
that.
giving the-
They did all that without Blake Griffin, and the Clippers are the hottest team right now in the Western Conference, and all the NBA winners of their last 5 in a row.
Yeah, you're right, and they're playing good ball of late, and getting Blake Griffin back. Because I mean, I hate to say it, but that 5, 6, 7, 8 seed in the West, they just this is the weakest I've seen in years. And if to the Grizzlies' credit, they've just had so many injuries, and for them to be there and just stay afloat in the playoff hunt and be in the playoffs, I think the coach for the Grizzlies he did a great job. Just to have them there in the playoffs, he did a great job, because it's just been injury after injury after injury. And for them to be there, it's great. But I just don't see, I think really the first round of the playoffs, it's going to be a lot of short series, I believe. I really do.
Well, let me ask you a question before we have to let you go, Jeff. Our hot topic of the day brought to you by Drop Zone. If your life depended on it, you got the Warriors or the field for the NBA championship?
Man, I'm going. I ain't going the field. I'm going Spurs all day, Joe.
So you're taking the field then, because you're taking anything but the Warriors.
Taking the field, yeah. I'm taking the field. Yeah, I'm taking the field, because I think, I think it's like you say, it's a different ball game come playoffs, and I just, I think they're going to come back to earth a little bit. I think some teams are going to make some adjustments, and I'm going to go with the field.
All right, my man. We appreciate your call as always.
All right, guys. Appreciate it.
See you, buddy. All right. That's our man Jeff chiming in on that hot topic of the day, brought to you by Drop Zone. Got a little by the numbers for you, brought to you by the McClurkin Clinic, 800 South Church Street. You can give them a call today, 870-932-8181. And let them know we sent you. They'll take great care of you. It's worked for us. It will work for you, too. I assure you. It's the McClurkin Clinic, and this is By the Numbers.
Red Wolf Roll Call Radio Network. Time now for By the Numbers. By the Numbers is exhibition, not competition. Please, no wagering. If you do have a gambling problem, call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
All righty, boys and girls, from the home office in Fender, Arkansas, this is By the Numbers. We was talking earlier in the show about collapses at the Masters. I got the top 5 collapses in Master history. Of course, we saw the one yesterday, but in reverse order, coming in at number 5, Ken Venturi at the 1956 Masters. He was an amateur at the time. No amateur has ever won the Masters. Last day into the Masters, he was leading the field, lost it by 1 shot to Jack Burke. 1989, Scott Hoke had the win in hand, go into a playoff, misses a putt, and Nick Faldo makes a birdie. Faldo wins the Masters. 1996, Greg Norman has the lead. Guess who he loses to? Nick Faldo again. And that collapse, up till yesterday, has been up there on the top of the list. And, of course, in 2011, Roy McIlroy, in the final round, he had a 4-shot lead, and he collapsed. At the end of the day, he finished the golf tournament at number 15th. You started the day at number 1, you ended the day at number 15th.
Yeah, no, it's yuck.
Rory. Yeah, I got the lead. Yeah, but at the end of the day, you're going to be number 15th.
Well, again, it's it's the Masters, and there's a lot of pressure there, and I think Jordan Spieth's going to be just fine when all is said and done, and still incredible the way he's played over the last year, and he'll rebound. He'll rebound just fine. He's going to learn from it, and still, nonetheless, it was fun to watch. I mean, not necessarily watching him collapse, but anyway. All right, a little DMR for you before we get out of here.
Yes.
Hour number 2, Mysterious Third Hour is just around the corner, exclusively on RedWolfRollCall.com and the Red Wolf Roll Call Radio app, brought to you by the great folks at Jonesboro Subway, home of that $5.99 special. You get your choice of 3 different 6-inch subs, chips, and a 21-ounce fountain drink, only $5.99. Hilltop, Johnson, Caraway Road, Southwest Drive, G Street, and the Parker Road, Walmarts. That's Jonesboro Subway. Eat fresh. All right, 27-year-old Michael Banks of Fresno, California, climbed a 581-foot mountain on Thursday morning.
Piece of cake.
Well, his whole plan of climbing this mountain was to FaceTime his girlfriend from the spectacular view up there, and, well, he was going to propose to her.
Oh, how nice.
I'm kind of lost on this. Hey, look, I climbed a mountain for you. Anyway, he was trying to make it all about himself, in my opinion.
Right.
I think he's like, look, I climbed this mountain. How BA am I? No, it's how DA you are. Because anyway, after he did the proposal via FaceTime, she said yes, and he began to start heading down the mountain. But he got stuck hanging off of a cliff. Luckily, someone heard him yelling for help, called 911, and the California Highway Patrol, Ponch and John, they sent a helicopter to rescue him. Well, it turns out it's illegal to climb the mountain because, well, it's too dangerous. So he was arrested for trespassing. Oh, and by the way, we realized how he got up this mountain so fast and why he had a hard time getting back down. Well, he had meth on him. He was charged with possession as well as the trespassing. He'll now be on the hook for the cost of a helicopter rescue, which will now cost him several thousands of dollars, as well as the trespassing and possession charge.
Gives a new meaning, getting high.
Well, to 27-year-old Michael Banks of Fresno, California. Damn, man, really? Come on, dude. He's like, you don't understand. I just really want to marry you, and I climbed this mountain so fast just for you. Will you slow down? No, I can't.
And I drank 3 Red Bulls.
Yes, I haven't slept in 4 days. Because all I could think about was climbing this mountain.
You got some Funyuns?
He ain't worried about eating if he's on the old methamphetamines. So, anyway, all right. Hour number 2 is in the books. The mysterious third hour brought to you by Jonesboro Subway is next. You can join us there, redwolfrollcall.com, as well as the Red Wolf Roll Call radio app. It's that easy. And you can become an exclusive member to redwolfrollcall.com with a 30-day free trial. And trust me, membership has its privileges. Check it out today, redwolfrollcall.com. Sign up and join today. All right, we'll hit this break. Mysterious Third Hour is just around the corner. For those of you leaving us on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7, you guys have a fantabulous day. And, well, you're losers for not following us. Goodbye.
Ace of Blades, Northeast Arkansas's haircut place for men and boys, brings you Man Science 101. Guys live differently, and at Ace of Blades Barbershop, they get it. That's why they reward guys with a great haircut. Nothing fancy, no frou-frou, no fluffy, girly, smell-good, fancy stuff. Ace of Blades specializes in haircuts for men and boys at a fair and affordable price. You want to get in and get out without any hassle. Ace of Blades gets it. They know what it means to be a guy. Visit Ace of Blades at 2306 East Matthews, next door to Wendy's. They're open Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 5:30, and on Saturdays, 8 to noon. And make sure you ask about the daily specials and discounts. Guys live differently. A good deal. That's what guys are looking for. And at Ace of Blades, they get it. Man up. Get by Ace of Blades today at 2306 East Matthews.
Man cards are renewable at Ace of Blades Barbershop.
Get set to save at the dealer with the lowest price and gigantic selection. Jonesboro Tractor Sales. Work hard and work smart with Jonesboro Tractor Sales. At Jonesboro Tractor Sales, you'll find by far the largest inventory in the region and prices no dealer anywhere can beat. Tow home the savings with 24-horse, 4-wheel drive Kubota compact tractor, ready to roll with loader, box blade, bush hog, trailer, and more. And all for only $18,995. Mow like a pro with the all-new Commander Zero Turn, starting at just $38.99. Work, hunt, or play in an RTV side-by-side for just $7,900. Get the job done with Kubota excavators, truck loaders, and a full line of implements. And your new Kubota features industry-leading 3-year warranty and dependable Jonesboro Tractor Sales service with quick turnaround and the area's largest parts department. Jonesboro Tractor Sales at the stoplight of Stadium and Harrisburg Road. Price does not include setup, local taxes, or delivery. Kubota's 2016 limited warranty applies. See dealer for details.
And I told my wife, I said, something has got to be done. And they talked me to coming in back in action. And I said, all right, I'll give it a try. I got to do something. I started so bad, it wasn't funny. And they have, it's amazing how they've helped me. He treated me like a friend. And I'll tell you what, I have been telling people about this. And because I still can't believe it.
If you have back pain or neck pain, call my daddy. If you're out of action, get back now.
Back in action, 250 Southwest Drive. Give them a call today, 870-802-WELL. That's 870-802-9355. Or check them out on the web, backinactionofjonesboro.com.
HQ to Red Team.
HQ, this is Red Team, over.
Your mission? Search the simulated indoor city made of mobile obstacles for hazardous device. Disarm before detonation. Knock out any unfriendlies when possible.
Affirmative, sir.
Red Team must rendezvous at the drop zone.
Roger that. Over. Let's move out.
The next generation of laser tag is here. Drop Zone in Brooklyn is now accepting players for strategic missions. Your team will navigate a 10,000 square foot simulated indoor city made of mobile obstacles, knocking out opposing players while searching for and disarming realistic high-tech devices. Drop Zone is all about building teamwork, all members working together to accomplish goals. Drop Zone will issue your team realistic simulated weapons with realistic fire, reload, muzzle flashes, laser sighting, and hit recognition sound effects. No plastic guns or fest here. Small or large teams, Drop Zone can handle it.
It's like being in a first-person shooter video game.
Drop Zone Laser Tag.
Available for custom birthday packages.
Check them out on Facebook or call 870-351-2967. Walk-ins welcome. The next generation of laser tag. Drop Zone Laser Tag. 205 South Holman in Brooklyn.
Hey, this is Angie Gallagher, and I'm from the country, United Country, Scenic Rivers Realty in Imboden. And we have more buyers than sellers in this busy real estate market. If you're thinking of selling your property, please call me now. We are running out of property to sell, especially land or country homes with acreage. Call me at 870-219-5159. At United Country Scenic Rivers Realty, no one knows the country like we do. And don't forget to check out our website at UnitedCountryOzarks.com.
From the country, and I like it that way.
Do you need assistance getting to doctor's appointments, hospital visits, dialysis, or dentist appointments? This is Ryan Kibler, president of Medic One Ambulance Service. At Medic One, we offer wheelchair van transportation in Jonesboro and surrounding areas 24/7. Our drivers are specially trained and will drop you off, then pick you up when you're ready. Caretakers, aides, and family members can ride along at no additional cost. When you have somewhere to go, Medic One is the name to know. To schedule wheelchair transportation, call 972-0708.
A fixture in the law community for over a decade, the attorneys at Oldham and Hazelwood Law Firm have been assisting their clients with all aspects of family law, serving and solving the problems of citizens of Northeast Arkansas, from debt problems, personal injury, divorce, trust and estate planning, real estate law, Social Security, disability, and much more. They can help you in your time of need. Come by the law offices of Oldham and Hazelwood at 603 Southwest Drive. Find them on the web at oldhamlawfirm.com or call 930-9919. You can also find them on Facebook. Trust a law firm that can handle all of your personal needs. Choose Oldham and Hazelwood Attorneys at Law.
Stadium Auto Body has a new approach to auto body repair based on efficiency to better serve you. Over the past 2 years, Stadium Auto Body has totally changed their procedure on how they process and repair your vehicle. Their goal is to coordinate, plan, and prepare, giving you a more in-depth plan for a non-stop repair, so there's no stopping once the repair work has begun. Stadium Auto Body on Stadium Boulevard in Jonesboro and on Highway 49 North in Paragould.
Stadium Auto Body, take care of you.
For over 35 years, only one lawn service has served Northeast Arkansas and their valued customers like no other. With great products, great customer service, and a company that you can depend on, Superior Lawn Services stands alone. Weed control, fertilization, and shrub and ornamentals care have been their signature service. Now, they've added another product line to help customers here in Northeast Arkansas. Perimeter Pest Control, Flea and Tick Control, and Mosquito Management Program. These are their newest services to their lineup. Applications to your yard can eradicate these insects immediately, and scheduled follow-up visits can keep these pests away for good. Let them install a misting system you can control from your phone to give those mosquitoes a 1-2 punch. With no worries and no insect bites. Get back to the outdoors with a trusted company and a member of the American Mosquito Control Association. Superior Lawn Services can make your yard look beautiful in no time. So get out there and enjoy your yard again. For more info about their services, go to superiorlawnservices.com or give them a call, 870-932-1195. Say bye to fleas, ticks, insects, and mosquitoes for good. Let Superior Lawn Service use their 35 years of experience to make your yard your kingdom.
Red Wolf Roll Call Radio Network. We're your home for all things ASU.
It's not real time, it's showtime. Are you guys ready?
Red Wolf Roll Call Radio.
God, here we go again.
Why don't you go find a corner to hide in? I'll get to you later. I don't want to have to deal with you now.
Houston, we have a problem. Sell crazy someplace else. We're all stocked up here. Go ahead. Make my day.
There's something screwy around here.
It's getting bigger by the minute. Pleasure overload.
Good morning, Vietnam!
You should never be allowed to talk to people.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, that dang old internet, man, you just go on there and point and click, get in there and talk about www. Call me, you got them naked chicks on there, man. You go click, 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 click. It's real easy, man.
Hey, how you doing?
Never fall in love with a musician.
Damn, that boy can sing.
Must be cool.
That boy is good.
Good and terrible.
The following program contains material not suitable for children, adults, or childish adults.
It's showtime, folks.
Red Wolf Roll Call Radio.
Welcome into the mysterious third hour of Red Wolf Roll Call Radio. Always brought to you by the great folks at Jonesboro Subway, home of that $5.99 special. Yes, you get your choice of 3 different 6-inch subs, chips, and a 21-ounce fountain drink, only $5.99, and you can take advantage of that special at 6 Jonesboro Subway locations: Hilltop, Johnson, Caraway Road, Southwest Drive, G Street, and the Parker Road Walmarts. That's Jonesboro Subway. Our back in action hotline, 870-330-0927. Superior Lawn Service text line, 870-372-RWRC. That's 7972. Our delicious streaming audio and video delivered to you each and every day by the great folks at Jonesboro Total Health, home of the healthy heat and eat meals right there on Red Wolf Boulevard, right next to Slim Chickens. And they've got breakfast, they've got lunch, they've got dinner, they've got snack items, they've got dessert items, and all of which you just pick up and you take it to go, heat it up, eat it up. It's very, very easy. And, they've got a menu for you. If you want to order your meals ahead, you can do that. And they can put all those different combinations of things together for you, and they make it very easy for you. That's Jonesboro Total Health. You can find them on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and let them know we sent you. I promise. They'll take great, great care of you. That's Jonesboro Total Health. Wallace?
This thing is brought to you by the Party Store, located 10 minutes from Tailgate City, the Convo, and the Tom, located right there on Highway 49 North, the Greene County line. The Party Store, proud supporters of ASU Athletics.
You know, I was reading this article, Urban Meyer is not real happy about the satellite camp decision, but also the deregulation of text messages and social media and all that, in which they've now made it, in line with what basketball is.
Right.
And so basically, it's pretty unlimited as to the amount of text messages or social media messages that you can send to recruits. Right. And he's not real happy about it. He said, the texting thing is the most ignorant thing I've heard in my life. It's hard, but if they're making a decision because coaches are upset about it, that's not the point. He said, do you really want text messages from 100 universities on your phone when you come out of school? The ones I know, don't. What? I don't want to hear from these schools. Some intern is going to be punching text messages on your phone, and maybe you can block numbers and all that, but that's just too hard, right? Because it's easier on coaches. Maybe it's easier for the enforcement because people are doing it, but it just doesn't make sense. The texting rule brings football now in line with men's basketball, which has deregulated texting since 2012. And so now it's just pretty much, an open-ended deal. You can now text message and send direct messages and things like that on social media, and it's not limited now. And so he's not real happy about that. And in regards to the satellite camp ruling that also came on Friday, he said, I just hate to see the biggest thing and what I didn't realize was a part of it, that MAC schools can't come here, meaning they can't come into, the Horseshoe, and they can't come into their city and do a camp. He says there have probably been hundreds of scholarships come out of here to those young players. Not many kids can play at Ohio State. So either don't send them here or send them and allow Bowling Green to get a chance to come watch him play. He said, I wish they'd revisit that part of it. I think there's a knee-jerk reaction because people complained and all that, and I get that. It's a slippery slope. I'm not worried about the high-level players because they're going to find a way to get where they need to get. I'm talking about there's a big chunk of players who deserve to play major college football. I'm not saying it's right or wrong because I don't really know, but you should follow. He said, but you should always think first about the players. And so basically he's saying if they're a high-level player, even if they come from a background that they can't afford to get there, somehow they're going to make it there.
Right.
But, I agree with what he's saying. If you're trying to get, maybe if you want to have a camp in, Columbus, Ohio, and you're Bowling Green, he doesn't have a problem with it.
Right.
If you want to have one throughout the state of Ohio, not a problem. If you want to have one in Michigan, not a problem. And I see what he's saying about the MAC schools. That's kind of like Arkansas State.
Right.
You're saying now they can't go to Mississippi and hold a camp. They can't go to Texas and hold a camp. Couldn't go to Oklahoma, couldn't go to Missouri, even though all those, Louisiana, all those states border Arkansas.
Exactly.
You can't go and hold a camp there. And, I totally agree with what Coach Anderson said because we talked about this last year during his satellite camps. And he talked about it. He talked about how difficult it is for a lot of these kids to make. Even if you're a Little Rock kid, if you're coming from a limited background of resources, to make the 2-hour trip to Jonesboro and pay for the camp and do all that and, have someone who can bring you that's not working. If I'm telling you, I can relate. My mom was a single parent, when I was playing athletics and doing the things I was doing. And there's no way in the world, if it wasn't in our city or relatively really close, could we have made it happen because my mom was either working or we were too broke.
Well, the other thing, another way of looking at it, let's take, for example, Little Rock. And people say, well, the coach can drive them up. Okay, here's the thing. There's a cost to go to that camp, all right? If the coaches volunteer and say, hey, I will pay for my own gas, I'll take 10 guys up there to Jonesboro. Okay, but the thing is, at the end of the day, it's like, how are those kids going to pay for it?
Mm-hmm.
And here's the other thing. So Coach Anderson goes down to Little Rock, all right? Those kids can get to wherever they're going there in Little Rock. Here's the other thing. The coaches there, but maybe some of the assistant coaches, maybe some of the administrators from the school, maybe some of the parents, some of the teachers, you can kill two birds with one stone there where you can sit there and talk to other people that are around this kid and get a better idea of what kind of kid this is, because here's the thing. If you bring the kid up here with the coach and you talk to the coach, what's the coach going to say more than likely about his kids? Oh, they're good kids. They're good kids. They're going to sell their own kids. But if you go down to Little Rock, you're able to talk to more people. But the other thing, too, is get the eye test. See the kid, if they're going through workouts or doing 7-on-7s, get a little, up close and personal. But you can also talk to some of the people in the background that's involved in this kid's life.
Which, I mean, not even that for these camps. I'm not even that concerned about that because that's going to come later if you decide this kid is recruitable. But it is really more about the student athlete and the access that they have and the ability to come to these camps that they may not be able to make the trip to Jonesboro. If you've got a kid in Texarkana, maybe they can't make that trip to Jonesboro. If you got a kid in Fayetteville, maybe they can't make that trip to Jonesboro. If you've got a kid in Denton, Texas, probably can't make that trip to Jonesboro, and so on and so forth. And, yes, you get them there, and you're able to, again, see how they interact, see what they do, and you're going to find kids that you may or may not have seen before. You can talk about film and so on and so forth, but there are kids that fall through the cracks all the time. And this opened up an opportunity, and now it's been taken away by the NCAA, which, again, makes no sense, but a lot of the decisions they make no sense. And it's not about the student-athlete themselves. It's more about, a few of the chosen few or the privileged five that voice their opinion because they're mad that, northern schools are coming down into the southeastern territory and holding camps and, hurting them in recruiting. At the end of the day, it's not even about that. If you're Alabama and you're going head-to-head with Michigan or Ohio State for a kid, that camp is not going to make a difference on whether or not they commit to Michigan State, Ohio State, or you. Mm-hmm. It's not, because they're still going to get on-campus visits. They're still going to have in-home visits. They're still going to recruit the kids just the same. It's not going to make a difference when you're talking about that level. Mm-hmm. It can, however, make a difference when it comes to these kids that can't make it to these other schools. It's more really about the kids that are going to go unseen, and it's a horrible ruling. But, a few people throwing fits about it, and that's just because, Alabama's like, oh, we'll just open and if these kids are going to come, they can't come, well, we'll make sure they can make it here.
Right.
Wonder how they get there. And so it's just to me, it's a backward step. It's a bad decision by the NCAA, if you ask my opinion. So anyway, all right, it's 1:18. We got to hit break number 1 of the show, and time flies when you're having fun. And it's a Motown Monday. And the Mysterious Third Hour, brought to you by Jonesboro Subway, where they'll take care of the catering so you don't have to. 6 locations to serve you: Hilltop, Johnson, Caraway Road, Southwest Drive, G Street, and the Parker Road Walmarts. That's Jonesboro Subway. We are Red Wolf Roll Call Radio. And it is the Mysterious Third Hour, live from the Medic One Studios, exclusively on RedWolfRollCall.com and Red Wolf Roll Call Radio app.
In the South, rooting for our favorite team is just that, part of the South. And so is the food. Some say Southern cooking is a religion. And one thing about Southern folks, they can spot good down-home cooking, and they can spot the bad, too. For several generations now, Barnhill's Country Buffet has done it right. Down-home, homemade, good old Southern cooking. The way your mama and grandma used to make it. Everything made with that certain touch. Chicken, fish, roast beef, ham, soup, salad, veggies, fresh baked bread, rolls, cornbread, and the dessert bar. Oh yeah, don't forget the dessert bar. Then there's another challenge, picking from their outstanding weekend breakfast buffet. Saturday and Sunday morning starting at 7 a.m. Eggs, bacon, ham, sausage, fried taters, biscuits, gravy, grits, fruit, and even chicken and waffles. Chicken and waffles. Barnhill's Country Buffet, next to Hastings and Old Navy in the Caraway Plaza. There's a reason why Barnhill's has been serving folks for generations now. Great food at a great price. Barnhill's Country Buffet.
Hey guys, Uncle Wally here. A few weekends ago, my son and I went to play golf. Halfway through, I felt something pulling my back and my neck. So instead of pulling a tiger, I played through and finished my round of golf. I woke up the next morning in tremendous pain. Couldn't turn my head or lift my arms. Instead of living with the pain, I called Ungerank Chiropractic Center. The next morning, they got me in early, and in 2 days, my buddy Mike Ungerank had me back to my old self. Don't live in pain. Give them a call, 972-9480. I'm a believer. You become a believer today. Ungerank Chiropractic Center.
Attention, members and guests. Oh, yeah. Love that horn and love that song. A-State must have scored again. That's what you'll hear when you're at J-Town's Grill. If you listen to the Red Wolf Roll Call Radio Network, we constantly talk about food and where to eat. One of our favorite places is located right across the street from Centennial Bank Stadium and just a few blocks from Tomlinson Kell and the Convocation Center. Start your meal with a wide selection of appetizers, and then comes your hardest part, choosing from one of the many selections from their menu. Chicken, steak, burgers, pork, turkey, ham, shrimp, oysters, fish. J-Town's has something for everyone. Open 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Monday through Saturday. J-Town's Grill is the place to be every day. And remember, start your game day early and finish your game day late at J-Town's Grill. J-Town's Grill, 2610 East Johnson, right across the street from Centennial Bank Stadium. Give them a call today, 870-275-6514.
Get customized today with a sweet ride from Doughboys Custom Carts in your neighborhood, on the golf course, or at an ASU football game at Tailgate City. Be the envy of everyone with your new custom-made golf cart from Doughboys. Yeah, this isn't your daddy's old golf cart. It's a golf cart that's kicked up a notch. Lifts, back seats, wheels, radio, speakers, lights, and more. Doughboys Custom Carts, new and used. They can get you in a customized golf cart today. Find Doughboys on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, or give them a call at 761-5518. It's time for you to get customized. It's time for you to get to Doughboys.
When hunger hits and fresh is what you're craving, Slim Chickens has you covered. Our Southern Roots dining is fast and casual. Savor our fresh chicken tenders, grilled or fried. And remember, you've got options. Order those tenders tucked in a flavor-packed wrap, piled high on a golden waffle, in a salad of fresh mixed greens, or rock the classic combo, Texas toast and fries, and call it good. Slim Chickens, life-changing chicken.
Hello, this is Angie Gallagher, and I'm from the country, United Country, Scenic Rivers Realty. If you're looking to buy a home or sell property, be sure to call me at 870-219-5159. I've been in the real estate business for 27 years, and I have the knowledge and experience to help make the buying process easy. I can even help you with financing. And if you are selling property, no one can beat my nationwide advertising. At United Country Scenic Rivers Realty, no one knows the country like we do.
I'm from the country, and I like it that way.
Ambulance transportation can be very costly, and in Medic One service areas, when an emergency occurs, you will need ground transportation at least 99% of the time. This is Ryan Kibler, president of Medic One. Your family deserves the peace of mind that comes with the Medic One Care Partner program. When you or someone in your family is injured, the last thing you want is to worry about medical bills. As a Medic One Care Partner member, your family can save up to 40% on ambulance service. To find out how to become a Medic One Care Partner, call 972-0708.
Disruptive may be just another overused buzzword, but disruptions in business like network downtime, data loss, social media abuse, and slow speeds are downright disruptive. For businesses large or small, Calmer Solutions offers powerful, affordable, yet customized solutions specifically for your business to prevent disruptions and simplify IT. For consultation or to try any of their solutions risk-free for 30 days, visit calmersolutions.com/disruptive or call 870-336-2169. Calmer Solutions is a proud supporter of Arkansas State University. JC here with Red Wolf Roll Call Radio. We've all heard the phrase, you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. When it comes to promotional products and custom apparel, you have one chance to make that statement about your business. Go to the source that makes you and your business look professional and successful, Elite Graphics. Specializing in promoting you and your business, Elite Graphics has been in business for 32 years, helping clients get their name out there with quality screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products. Elite Graphics is also a licensed Red Wolves vendor and proud sponsor of A-State Athletics. Check out their website, elitepp.com, or follow them on Twitter and Facebook, or go by their location, 1204 Fall Street. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Elite Graphics. They make us look good. Let them make you look good, too.
Superior Lawn Service has provided green, weed-free lawns since 1980. Our team of expert weed killers gives your lawn what it needs, when it needs it. We've created happy customers for over 30 years, spreading fertilizer and killing weeds. Superior Lawn Service is often imitated but will never be duplicated. You'll see the big green trucks and pink flags in your neighborhood. Remember, if you give a weed an inch, it will take a yard. Don't let yours be the one with all the weeds. Call Superior Lawn Service today.
Superior Lawn Service. Give them a call, 870-932-1195, or check out their website, the4noweeds.com.
Red Wolf Roll Call Radio Network, where sports and rock collide.
When are you coming back? Jimmy Mac, Jimmy, oh Jimmy Mac, when are you coming back? My arms are missing you, my lips feel the same way too. I try so hard to be true, like I promised I'd do, but this boy keeps coming around, he's trying to wear my resistance down. Hey Jimmy, Jimmy, oh Jimmy Mac, when are you coming back? Jimmy, Jimmy, oh Jimmy Mac, you better hurry back. He calls me on the phone about 3 times a day. Now
Welcome back to Red Wolf Roll Call Radio. We're fueled by Flash Market. JC, Uncle Walls, coming to you live from the Medic One Studios in this mysterious third hour. Brought to you by Jonesboro Subway, Hilltop, Johnson, Caraway Road, Southwest Drive, G Street, and the Parker Road Walmarts. Home of that $5.99 special. Your choice of 3 different 6-inch subs, chips, and a 21-ounce fountain drink. Only $5.99. Our back in action hotline, 870-330-0927. Superior Lawn Service text line, 870-372-RWRC. That's 7972. Our delicious streaming audio and video delivered to you each and every day by the great folks at Jonesboro Total Health, home of the healthy Heat and Eat meals, right there next to Slim Chickens on Red Wolf Boulevard. Just swing on by, pick up a meal or 12, and take them home, heat them up, eat them up, and you can thank us later. That is Jonesboro Total Health. Our hot topic of the day brought to you by Drop Zone Tactical Laser Tag, Highway 49B in Brooklyn. It's not your mother's laser tag. If your life depended on it, you got the Warriors or the field for the NBA championship. 63% now.
Wow.
Saying the Golden State Warriors. So there you go. Wallace?
This segment is brought to you by United Country Scenic Rivers Realty, serving Northeast Arkansas, and those are foothills for over 27 years. Find Angie Gallagher, Facebook or Twitter, online, UnitedCountryOzarks.com. As Angie always says, no one knows the country like we do.
All right, I'm gonna say this will be the final Bulls Grizzlies update of the year. We will still keep you abreast of all the Grizzlies action, but the Chicago Bulls season is 2 games from being complete as they were eliminated from the playoffs yesterday with the Pacers win. However, the Bulls did knock off the Cleveland Cavaliers on Saturday night to pick up their 40th win of the season. They took 3 of 4 from the Cleveland Cavaliers, 3 from Toronto, and went 6-1 against the top 2 seeds in the Eastern Conference, yet are not making the playoffs this year. But Cleveland, they came out all guns a-firing. Outside of Shumpert, everybody else was available for the Cavs. And LeBron James played 39 minutes. He had 33 points, 7 boards, 3 assists. They also got 24 points, 6 boards, 4 assists from J.R. Smith. Kyrie Irving played 39 minutes. Kevin Love played 36 minutes, had 20 and 13. And yet the Bulls still knocked them off once again. And the Bulls had 4 in double figures in their starting rotation, 16 off the bench from Felicio, who went with 5 boards as well. Bright future for that young man. 21 points, 6 assists, 2 rebounds for Jimmy Butler. 10 points, 3 assists, 2 boards for Derrick Rose. 13 and 6 from Nico Mirotic. 11 and 12 from Pau Gasol. And the Bulls do get the win, but it doesn't matter. Their season will come to an end at the end of the regular season. It is came out today that Pau Gasol is going to shut it down for the rest of the season. And, that's not a surprise there. Derrick Rose will sit out the final 2 games as well. And everybody's going to try and get healthy and ready to roll for next season. Not known at this point if Pau Gasol will return. Not sure if Joakim Noah will be a Bull next year either, as both those guys are free agents. So there you go. Very happy that the team fought it out and, didn't lay down against the Cavs and did knock them off yet once again. The Grizzlies fall to the Golden State Warriors on Saturday night, 199. A couple of no calls at the end that made a big difference, and the Warriors sneak out and pick up their 71st win over the Grizzlies. And again, the Grizzlies fighting it out, playing extremely hard, even with D-League players and newcomers to the team. They still fought the Warriors to the very end. 24 points, 15 rebounds, and 4 assists from Matt Barnes. 13 points, 2 rebounds for Lance Stevenson. 12 and 7 for Zebo. Vince Sanity with 15 points, 7 boards, 4 assists. And the Grizzlies, again, they fall short, but played extremely well. And they will play the Golden State Warriors one last time. And that game is coming up where the Warriors are going to try and pick up win number 73 and break the record. The Grizzlies are going to try and stand in their way. For the Grizzlies, they have 2 games remaining. They are at the Clippers tomorrow and then at Golden State on Wednesday. Both those games nationally televised. Both those games 9:30 tip-offs. So Grizzlies at Clippers on TNT tomorrow. Grizzlies at Golden State on ESPN on Wednesday.
Looking at the Cubs and Cardinals. Cubs back home opening this season at the friendly confines of Wrigley, 7:05. His first pitch in that game taking on the Reds. Lester versus Finnegan. You can see that game on WGN. And the Cardinals taking on Milwaukee, 3:15. You see that game on Fox Sports Midwest or the mighty MOX. It's the Junk Man versus Waka.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how these Cardinals respond at home. Be interesting to see how Micah Waka responds. And start number 2 for him is ERA over 8. Yes, over 8.
I know.
Waino's got 2 starts under his belt. His ERA is over 6.
Mm-hmm.
And, I recall everybody saying in the offseason, the Cardinals fans that I talked to, and they would all say, oh, but that starting pitching. But that starting pitching. That starting pitching hasn't showed up yet.
You didn't hear that from me.
You've got Waino and Walker and then Mike Leake, none of which have a win on the season yet. And so going to be interesting to see how Walker responds today. Cardinals, however, did get a 3-game sweep of the Atlanta Braves to improve their record to 3-3 and even it up. And now they got the Brew Crew at home. You'd like to think that they should be able to take care of the Milwaukee Brewers, but we shall see. 3:15. First pitch, 51 degrees at Busch Stadium. Right now, Cubs 5-1 on the season. I mentioned St. Louis 3-3. Cubs and Reds tied atop at 5-1. Well, something's got to give there because, they meet up in Chicago tonight. And Pittsburgh 4-2, and they're already up 5-1 early today here on the Detroit Tigers. So Pittsburgh getting it going pretty quick in interleague play, and they've lost their last 2 games. And so, anyway, there's a little Bulls, Grizzlies, Cubs Cards update for you.
Yeah, they have pulled the tarp there at Busch and getting ready for the game. And Lou Brock's going to throw out the first pitch.
No comment.
No, I was just saying, Lou Brock. I mean, he had that surgery and everything, lost his leg. But he's going to be out there going at the first pitch.
I got to meet the man, have a conversation with him and all that good jazz. Impressive dude. Just, he haunts me to this day as being a Cubs fan. Good old Lou Brock. So anyway, all right, we'll hit the final break of the Mysterious Third Hour, brought to you by Jonesboro Subway Live from the Medic One Studios.
Is excellent. 7 days a week at the restaurant famous for good taste. Fat City Steak and Grill House, now open on Highway 49 North at Jonesboro. The Fat City breakfast menu is a lip-smacking masterpiece headlined by exclusive eggs with fatitude. A-State skillets, savory scrambled, eggs Benedict, fluffy and folded 3-egg omelets with crispy bacon, sausage, ham. The choices are many and all extraordinary. At Fat City, the griddle is always hot with hand-dipped French toast, croissants, pancakes, and Fat City chicken and waffles. All to die for at the restaurant famous for good taste. Fat City Steak and Grill House. Now open on Highway 49 North, just past Hilltop in Jonesboro. Join the Fox live at Fat City every Wednesday morning for the Jonesboro Community Breakfast. Breakfast is excellent. 7 days a week at Fat City.
For over 15 years, folks in Northeast Arkansas have known you start every meal with chips and salsa at Casa Maya in Jonesboro. Casa Maya, your home of authentic Mexican cuisine. Join them for lunch. Pick from 20 combo selections every day of the week for $5.89 or less. Or go with the lunch specials 11 to 3 daily. Join Casa Maya for dinner. Dinner combos starting at only $6.89. Want something from the grill? No problem. How about seafood? Casa Maya can fix you up. And Casa Maya believes using only the freshest ingredients daily and everything handmade. Voted best Mexican food in Jonesboro. Casa Maya. Unwind with a relaxing massage from Jonesboro's new Massage Envy. Now, during the Massage Envy grand opening, enjoy a relaxing 1-hour massage for only $49.99. Or pamper yourself with a luxurious facial starting at just $59.99. You can also give the gift of stress relief with a free Massage Envy gift card. They're perfect for anybody. Now, celebrating the Massage Envy grand opening in Jonesboro at 2110 Fair Park Boulevard across from Lowe's. Visit massageenvy.com for more information.
Changes everywhere, even in the auto body industry. Stadium Auto Body is changing with the industry to adapt to deliver you excellent quality repairs, superior customer service, and a quick turnaround time start to finish. Stadium Auto Body gets you back on the road fast. Stadium Auto Body on Stadium Boulevard in Jonesboro and Highway 49 North in Paragould.
Stadium Auto Body, take care of you.
Post-traumatic stress disorder affects over half of our returning veterans. It is our goal at PTSD Foundation of America Arkansas chapter to provide peer-to-peer support groups. We are not a treatment program, but a group of peers trying to help find healing, balance, and a positive reintegration to their family and civilian life. By providing these weekly groups, we give veterans a safe place to talk about their combat trauma and daily struggles. We help find new ways to work through them in a non-destructive way. This group is ran by veterans for veterans. We also have a spouses group at the same time, with free child care provided by members of Central Baptist. Our meetings are located in the children's wing of Central Baptist Church in Jonesboro on Thursday nights from 7 till 8. For more information, contact the PTSD Foundation of America Arkansas chapter at gary.miranda@ptsdusa.org or david.gordy@ptsdusa.org.
It seems like there's a realty company on every corner these days, here and gone before you know it. But one realty company stands out above the rest. There's a lot of realty companies out there. What separates this company from the rest? It's their unrivaled customer service. Jonesboro Realty Company. For commercial, residential, or property management, Jonesboro Realty Company gets the job done right every time. Give Josh Olson and his great team a call today. The number is simple, 932-0000. Or you can find them on Facebook or Twitter, or online at JonesboroRealty.com. Selling or buying property is one of the largest investments you'll ever make. Invest in great customer service. Jonesboro Realty Company.
Get everything you need to make your tailgate a hit at the Party Store. The Party Store, just 10 minutes from the Convo and 10 minutes from Tailgate City. The Party Store, your tailgating headquarters in Northeast Arkansas. Make your run the right one. The Party Store, right on the Craighead-Greene County line on Highway 49. The Party Store with a wide selection of domestic and imported beers. One of the largest wine selections in the area, and every type of spirit to make your next party spirited. So whether you're grilling out on the deck or throwing the mother of all tailgates, make it the Party Store. Right now at the Party Store, get Jack Daniels, the half-gallon gift set, $20.99. 30 packs of Bud Light, Coors, Miller Lite, $2 off. And Trace Agave Tequila Margarita Kit, $24.29, a $32.29 value. The Party Store is your tailgating headquarters in Northeast Arkansas. Get everything you need to make your tailgate a hit at the Party Store today.
Everyone knows Super Tense is the best for your ride. In and out in 30 minutes, lifetime warranty, never a problem. That's why they've been around so long, while others have come and gone. But did you know Super Tense has been doing commercial and home window tinting for over 25 years? The factory-trained certified installers are incredible. You're going to save money by blocking out over 80% of the heat, and the film just looks great and guaranteed for life, always. Call Super Tints for a free estimate. They come to you, measure your windows, and start tinting within days. Call John Rhodes and Super Tints at 933-TINT. That's 933-TINT. Super Tints.
I was having severe headaches. I had been to medical doctors. I had been to the emergency room. All they were doing was giving me pain medication. I would tell anyone that had problems with their neck or back that they needed to see Dr. McElroy. He has done a wonderful job with me, and I have sung his praises to everybody that I see.
If you have back pain or neck pain, call my daddy. If you're out of action, get back here.
Back in action, 250 Southwest Drive. Give them a call today, 870-802-WELL. That's 870-802-9355. Or check them out on the web, backinactionofjonesboro.com.
This is Tegan, and you're listening to Red Wolf Roll Call Radio with my dad, JC, on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7.
In New Orleans, they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know I'm one. My mother was
Welcome back to the mysterious third hour of Red Wolf Roll Call Radio, brought to you by Jonesboro Subway, where they do, in fact, have breakfast at Jonesboro Subway, along with salads and soups. It's Jonesboro Subway, locally owned and operated. Eat fresh. Our back in action hotline 870-330-0927. Superior Lawn Service text line 870-372 RWRC. That's 7972. And our delicious streaming audio and video delivered to you each and every day by Jonesboro Total Health, home of the healthy heat and eat meals, right there on Red Wolf Boulevard. Go by and check them out today. And these meals prepared fresh daily in their gourmet kitchen location in the old Mrs. G's Deli. And right there to be picked up on Red Wolf Boulevard. Take them home, heat them up, eat them up. It's that easy. It's Jonesboro Total Health. Our hot topic of the day brought to you by Drop Zone Tactical Laser Tag, Highway 49B in Brooklyn. It's not your mother's laser tag. If your life depended on it, you got the Warriors or the field for the NBA championship. It's tightening up. 60% now say the Warriors.
It when it's getting tight.
40% say the field. And, not sure that that's even possible for you. But anyway. That's our hot topic.
This segment is brought to you by Sonic. You are 13 minutes away from happy hour. Yes, every day, 2 to 4 is the half-price drinks at Sonic Happy Hour. All specials are good at participating Jonesboro area Sonic, except Hilltop and Bono Sonic, America's Drive-In.
All right, and Walls said he had just a spectacular story to share with you guys.
This is a story, okay, in 1992, January 1992.
Of a man named Jed?
Yeah.
A poor mountaineer barely kept his family fed?
Then one day, he was
shooting at some food, and up from the ground come a bubbling spool.
Said, "Oh, that is black gold Texas tea." But anyway, so this cargo ship leaves Hong Kong, January of 1992. Hong Kong. And somewhere around the Hawaiian Islands. Now, it's on its way to Los Angeles. They had a shipment of rubber ducks on board.
Okay.
And some fell over. Not 100, not 200, not 1,000. Let's say 29,000 rubber ducks fell into the sea. Okay?
Is that not like littering or pollution or something?
It is. Okay, so later that month, some of the ducks showed up in Chile, South American coast, also in Australia and Indonesia. Okay, this is in 1992. All right, hello. And then some more showed up on the coast of Alaska in 92.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and everybody thought, okay, it's over with. 3 years later, some showed up on the Russian coast of the Bering Sea. Okay, in 95. Then some more showed up in Tacoma, Washington in 96. But it wasn't over with yet. In the year 2000, some showed up on the coast of Nova Scotia in Maine.
Good Lord.
Again, some more showed up on their coast in 2003. At the same time, in the coast of Ireland and Great Britain, some showed up there. And finally, in 2007, some showed up on the coast of France.
Wow. We need to do something about these rubber duckies, though. I mean, I'm just wondering, like, if they travel that well, is there not something like productive we could do with some rubber ducks?
I don't know, but in 2007, from 1992 to 2007. And since that time, no more have showed up. So 2007 was the last time.
How many rubber ducks have been eaten, ate, whatever, by some wildlife? Oh, look, it's a duck.
But 29,000 rubber ducks fell off into the sea.
Did they get fined or anything by that?
I don't know. The story doesn't say, but it's just that.
I'm just curious that, I'm just wondering if, you drop that many plastic, rubber, whatever you want to, whatever they're technically made out of, into the ocean. That's a lot. Wow.
Well, being that they were made in Hong Kong probably didn't cost too much.
They just wanted to go home.
They were made in China.
Wow. Well, that's an interesting story. Interesting story. Well, we've talked about a lot of things today on the show, but we haven't talked really too much about A-State baseball, and it's they dropped a tough series on the road at South Alabama over the weekend, and it's just getting to the point where it's getting kind of concerning, if you will, just simply because of the fact that it's just like anything else that only 8 teams get into the into the dance, if you will, down in San Marcos. And right now, A-State's lost 6 in a row. They're 13-18 overall, 4-11 in conference play, and that it's kind of getting to a concerning point right now. Whereas they're in the 10th spot. They're in the 10th spot right now, and the reason why I say it's concerning is they're 4-11. The 2 teams in front of them in 9th and 8th are 4-8. So they're 3 games fully ahead of A-State in the loss column.
Right.
I mean, we're not talking about 1 game. We're talking about 3 game separation.
Right.
And yes, I as we've said before, you sweep a series, you pick up 3 games on somebody. But the consistency hasn't been there. And, one of the things that we've talked so much about this season that has been a bugaboo and a problem for this team has been walks. And walks continue to plague this team. And, I was looking at Twitter over the weekend, and I think it was A-State Fan Rules put out 12 walks by the pitching staff.
Right.
I mean, that's a problem.
Right.
I mean, that is a big time problem. Had 4 walks in yesterday's game. Okay, that's respectable. But that's just one of the problems that we're facing right now, because we all know that walks come around to score in a lot of cases.
Oh yeah.
2 errors in the game yesterday for A-State too, and those things have got to be corrected. They're losing tight games. And when you see them losing tight games, then you go to the things that are correctable, and that's the part that I think is kind of frustrating in the deal, is that, when you're losing tight games and when you're losing them, there was things that you could have done that prevented that, and I mean, they finished that game on Saturday. And this is going to be a mind-blowing stat, I'm going to tell you, Walls, because I don't know if you've looked at it or not. But they finished that game on Saturday with 16 walks.
Yeah.
16 walks. To put that in perspective for you, South Alabama scored 12 runs on 9 hits. You take those 16 walks out of the mix, and where are you?
Right.
And so when you go through and you look at that, and you look at that number, I mean, that's tough.
Well, the other thing too is men on base, the people they left on base, and it's you've got
well, you
guys,
left 10.
Yeah, you got guys in scoring position. I mean, you got to get them over. You got to get them across the plate. I mean, it's just you have to.
Well, and I think the thing that's frustrating is, and I don't want to sound negative. I'm not trying to be negative. At this point, I'm just trying to be real at this point, okay? These are all correctable things, I guess, which is a positive.
Right.
Is a positive that we can take from this. But at the same time, when's it going to happen? Well, I look at Friday night's game, okay? They dropped that one 8-2. The staff was good. Zuber and Nord didn't give up any walks. Zuber gives up 8 runs, 6 of those are earned, but it was just one of those deals where we knew going into that game with Hill, it was going to be a tough task.
Yeah.
And okay, if you get outpitched, okay, you can live with that. But it's the games where you're giving up walks and errors and whatnot. But A-State on Friday night had 4 errors.
Right.
So I think they had 8 over the weekend in the 3-game series.
Yep.
8, and then you factor in the walks. I mean, you've had 20 walks in 3 games, 8 errors.
And it's kind of like you want to say, well, South Al didn't beat us. We beat ourselves.
In a lot of respects, yes. And so you look at that, and again, I think if you're Coach Raffo and the staff, hey, we can fix this, because as we look at these things, these are a lot of things we're doing is stuff that's dictated by us, but you're starting to dig the hole, which makes it scary. But you look back at it, and I want to say, let's see, they've left in those 3 games, they left 28 men on base.
Yeah.
So you start factoring in all these things, and it's like,
well, several things. I said this before. I said there's some youth on that team, along with some of the older players who've been there a while. But you've got a mix, and you hope those younger guys, the youth, the light bulb goes off, and you're just thinking, okay, sometime during the season, the light bulb's going to go off, and they'll straighten this out. And they'll start putting this thing together. Another thing, and I didn't really want to bring this up, but I just put it this way: a reliable source has told me. People keep asking Austin Baker. Where's Austin Baker? Well, he's out. I don't know if he's going to be back this year.
I will say that it's not likely,
right? Because what it was described to me, what was going on, this person is suffering from the same thing, and he said it's painful. He said every day I get up, it hurts, and he just said that if Austin is going through the same thing I'm going through, there's no way he can play, and having him not in the lineup, that senior leadership, and having his back. I mean,
he's one of the best players in the conference.
Yeah,
let's just be honest.
And he's not in there. That hurts a lot. Now. Okay, so the silver lining here. Tomorrow night it starts between April 12th and April 26th. You've got 9 of 10 games at home.
And you really got to win 9 of 10.
Yeah.
I mean, just to be honest, I mean, you've got to start putting together a run, because before we know it, we're going to look back at this schedule and go, where did the season go? There's still a lot of time left.
Yeah.
But when you mention these 9 of 10, and you finish with a nice stretch at the end of the season at home as well, but you've got to start making some noise at home. And, you got to, at home, you're 1 game above 500. You're 6-5. You are currently 5-11 away from the top.
Right.
So, we need to balloon that number to, and if I'm being realistic, 9 of 10 at home. Okay, so you need to at least, honestly, you really need to take 6 to 7 of those.
Well, inside of that, you've got that weekend series with Troy this weekend. You got the weekend series with Monroe next weekend. Then you hit the road, but then you come back again, and you've got a weekend series with Northwestern State, which is not a conference series. May 6th, 7th, and 8th. Then you got Memphis at home. Then you got Texas State at home. And then Ole Miss, and then that's the rest of your home schedule. Then the last series of the year, you're on the road to Little Rock. So, you've got a chance here. You've got 3 of the 4 weekend series or conference series. If you can win, 7 of those 9, that will put you in a pretty good spot, I would think, in the standings.
Well, you've got 24 games left on your schedule, okay? And you've played, at this point, 31. And so, you're more than halfway through your schedule at this point. And, you've played 15 conference games at this moment. And, you've got this 3-game series coming up this weekend at home with Troy. Then you've got 3 more, next week at home with ULM. So you got 6 there. You've got a 3-game series on the road at App. There's 9 games right there in conference play. You've got a 3-game series at home with Texas State. There's 12. And then you finish up on the road at Little Rock for another 3. There's 15. And that's it. That's your 30-game conference schedule. So you've played half of your conference schedule, and you're 7 games under 500.
Right.
And so when you look at those series, okay, you've got App, who's in last place. You've got Monroe, who's right now in 9th place. You've got them remaining. You've got Troy, who's 5-6 and 9-13 overall, but they won their last 5 in a row. You've got Little Rock, who's 15-16 and 8-7 in conference play. You've got Texas State, who's 21-12 and 9-3 and number 2 in the conference. And there's your conference schedules that remain. You've got App, Monroe, Troy, Little Rock, and Texas State. That's your 5 3-game series right there.
Right.
And so right now, I mean, you can make some noise, but you're at this point, 3 of the 5 that you have remaining are in the top 8 of the conference right now. So
yeah, just looking at that, as I said, start April 12th. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you got 7 games on the road between now and the end of the season. The rest of them are at home, so you got to make hay.
Yep. Now's the time. And again, all those men left on base, all those errors, all those walks can all be fixed. But you better fix them now.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think about it, you're 4-11. You're 4-11 in conference play, and you got 15 to go. If you go 4-11 again, 8-22 ain't going to cut it.
No, it's not.
But what you've done is you've put yourself in a position with those 15 games remaining. I'm not sure what the cutoff's going to be, but even if you went 500, you'd go, there's an odd number. If you went 8-7, you're looking at being 12-18. 12-18's probably not going to get it done.
Yeah.
So with those 15 games, you're going to have to play some really good ball in those last 5 series. All right, we got to get out of here. Red Wolf Roll Call Radio's Mysterious Third Hour is in the books. The Monday show is in the books. Join us tomorrow. J-Town's Grill, attention members and guests, 11 to 2. Right here on the Red Wolf Roll Call Radio app, redwolfrollcall.com, and ESPN Jonesboro 92.7. I want to say thank you to all our great sponsors. Thank you, you guys, our great family of listeners. Keep on keeping on and spreading the good word. We certainly appreciate it. I'll leave you like I do each and every day. For Uncle Walls, I'm JC. You guys take great care of yourself. If you're going to do it right. If you do it right, do it twice. Walls, goodbye.